Hey, Joe fans, how are you? This is Karen from Philly. Welcome to episode 47, the Monumental Waste of Time podcast. We're so happy you joined us. We have an amazing show. Great news. Joe Matarese has a podcast out. Oh my God, I'm so excited. This brings back such incredible memories for me. It was back in 2016, 2017, when Joe had a successful podcast out called Fixing Joe that it really helped me listening to that podcast. It was a self-help podcast for Joe, but it ended up helping me through a really difficult time in my life. We won't get into all that right now, but and then the additional backstory is that Joe has so many podcasts that they come and go. And another backstory is that we recently pitched Joe an amazing idea for a podcast called Late Stage Greatness that would have been about his return to big time comedy. And I really believe in that idea. And I pitched him and he totally ignored me. No problem. He has a new podcast out now. We're going to cover it today. I have not seen it. I like to watch these things fresh with you guys. And joining us now is the amazing co-host of the Monumental Waste of Time, KarenFromPhilly.
Hi, everybody. I cannot wait to watch episode 1 with you, Karen.
Wow. This is such a historic moment for me because, Joe's podcast played Fixing Joe back in 2017, 18, 19, played such a big part in my, first it was an obsession. Then we learned it was a fascination now. And then we further learned that I'm a disciple of Joe's. He's my Dalai Lama. So it's been a long journey. I'm no longer obsessed with Joe, but the fact that he has a podcast is very touching to me. And I want to analyze it with you guys. And we're going to watch. He's put out 2 episodes. What's it called, babe?
3 friends in 1 booth or something like that.
Okay, so that's a stupid title, but and it's kind of insulting because Joe has picked this idea over my pitch, but that's not going to cloud my judgment. If this podcast is great, I'll be happy and I will tell you guys that this podcast is great. If it's a stinkeroo, then we'll know that too. So, fan, you watched it. Any broad thoughts? Any kind of anything you want to say about it first for the listeners of our show, the viewers of our show about it, or do you want to just hop right in? I totally leave it up to you.
Yeah, I think we should just hop right in. The 2 people he has joining him are likable. That's all I'll say is that they're likable. I actually like them. I also want to mention that I think the last podcast that Joe had was Pretender to Contender. Is that correct, Karen?
Oh, I have no idea, babe. It's been so many. It's been a whirlwind tour. You know that. But
yeah.
At least tell us, what is this about? What is the setting? What are we going to be watching today?
Okay. So what you will see in his podcast is they are in a pizzeria. And the owner of the pizzeria is one of the co-hosts, Johnny Flea.
Okay.
And they're sitting in a booth or at a table in a pizzeria, and they're talking just as 3 guys would do to shoot the shit about New Jersey and Philadelphia and what it was like growing up in those areas and what it's like now.
Okay, so let's just quickly analyze. And I know I told you guys out there that I wouldn't lament over and over again about late stage greatness, but let's just listen to what Phil Fan just said. Okay. She said that this is a podcast of people talking about New Jersey and Philadelphia. This is what Joe has picked over what I did, which would have been an incredible podcast about his life, his career, and his attempt to get back to big time comedy. Okay. But he has instead decided to come out with this podcast, which is centered on the provincial aspects of Philadelphia and New Jersey. And it's also a little weird for me, like 3 guys talking. I can't relate to that, but I'm interested. I want to see what happens here. Joe, I'm coming in with an open mind, my friend, and I wish you the best.
Okay, this is, as Joe will introduce, Three Friends and One Booth. Okay, and this is episode 1.
I just want to point out that in the little box of you, it's now the podcast. So that's a little odd. Okay, that's better. Go
Yeah.
ahead, baby.
Okay. I just had the reason why that was like that is because I was holding the thing down so that it wouldn't start playing.
I think I read about that. I read about that in Variety magazine, but don't worry about it.
Okay.
Let's jump this off. Is this how it starts?
Yeah, so this is how it starts, and I do want to mention that yes, they're in a pizzeria. The owner of the pizzeria is the guy back here with the hair,
Mm-hmm.
and they also have some an audience, so to speak, on different tables further away from them, and we'll see some of those audience members in within the podcast. But here's a little banner, and he'll talk about the sponsors, and there'll also be some food from the
Okay,
pizzeria.
great. Let's go. This is amazing. Is there an
Okay.
intro or just
Yeah,
a cold?
he's gonna intro it. I believe what he does is he shows like a clip of during the show, like from the show, and then they cut away from that and then they intro it. So it's gonna sound like he's in the middle of the thing, but it's not. This is the way he starts it off.
And I'll also say that I have not seen this, and I don't know what our coverage is going to be like, but during the show, I will make a decision with Phil Fan about whether we'll show this, then the second episode that's been out. I think they were going to do a third episode, but it got postponed.
Correct.
So we'll either cover just this in episode 2, or this and who are these podcasts coverage of this debut episode. So I don't know how it's all going to go. I love coming into this thing fresh. Let's let it rip and get to the Joe. Like, let's do it.
All right. One thing before we let it rip is there 3 friends, 1 booth, but they're not sitting in a booth. So already I have a problem. But let's keep it positive.
Okay. And also they're not friends. No, I'm kidding.
They are friends. They've known each other for many years. I think Joe knew these people back from the time he was young. And that's a very small serving of something for 3 men, but okay. All right.
Wow, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a good point.
So it's not a booth.
And where is Vito's Pizza, real quickly?
I believe that this is in New Jersey. I can look it up.
No worries. So this is a pizza shop in
South Jersey
that we will be going to.
It's true.
Okay, I will be getting a slice from here, and a cheesesteak and any kind of other thing. Joe, you can't prevent me from going in and doing commerce. But so we will visit this pizza and sample their foods, and pizza shop and sample their foods. I would like the podcast to start if it could.
Sure. Here we go. It's in Cherry Hill, this place. Vito's Pizza in Cherry Hill. Here we go.
So my son's at Tampa. He started spring semester, which is, I guess he's been there 3 weeks.
Bikinis?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're getting these phone calls. We're getting these phone calls that he's like, maybe I don't need to be here. And maybe I could come back. I could, maybe I could sleep in my room. I could go to Iona College. He says this to us, right? And we know, and you guys can, come at me with this, because he's got a girlfriend now and he's been dating her for 3 months. And I know that has a big piece to this situation. This really attractive.
Okay. So Joe has introduced publicly that his son has a girlfriend, and we know she's super hot. So we saw on social media. So we haven't been talking about that, but Joe just introduced the fact that he does have a girlfriend. She is super hot.
Yeah,
And
she's a real, like my grandmother would say. I mean, I never use this phrase, but my grandmother, but it's called for here. Hot number. She is
yeah,
24/7 a hot number.
we're not gonna show her,
Nope. No,
but
or reveal her name.
or
Nothing
reveal
like
her
that.
name. But he introduced the fact he's talking about his son's girlfriend. Did he use that terminology, or did I?
No, I think I'm 99% sure he said girlfriend, that he has a
Okay,
girlfriend
great.
now.
So we can comment on it publicly now, and still show some discretion. But
And
his
that
son, who's in college down in Florida, I believe, right?
University of Tampa, which he has disclosed as well just a second ago.
He's doing great, and she's so hot. His grades are probably really bad.
Because she's not with him at University of Tampa. She's up in New York.
Really?
Yes, that's what you have to listen to here.
Okay, cool.
Do you want me to start over again, or you like just keep
No,
going?
no, we're cool.
Okay, all right. That's what he's saying. But you're gonna hear this again because this was just a clip.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
All right, pay close attention because there's a lot here.
Dynamite there. When you told me he had a girlfriend like a month and a half before he was going to Tampa, what was he thinking?
Calling him every once in a while, FaceTiming him. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you going out and doing stuff? And he's like always in his room. I'm like, what are you doing? I go, have you gone to the pool yet?
This guy wants to ask a question.
With the Jumbotron.
I feel it.
That's what I said to him. I go, have you gone to the pool yet? You know what he says to me? This is a bad sign.
What?
He goes, why would I go to the pool? It's just a bunch of girls getting tan. That's what he said. And I was like, oh no, it's got to be the girlfriend.
My son Johnny would never say that.
Johnny would be at the pool with me in class.
It's in the blood.
Look at him. Yeah, he sounds just like you, dude. Yeah.
So,
dude,
have you gone through this with your kids? It's like all of a sudden, Gene's son, I know your son went away to college, and then all of a sudden he thought he wanted to come back.
My son Gennaro was at Tampa. He would be, there'd be no classes going. He'd be at the freaking pool every day. I'd see a different girl, 3 girls, TikTok.
I mean, did you sit down with him and straighten him out?
I can. He's in Tampa.
Did you call him, FaceTime him?
Dude, he's flying home for Valentine's Day. His girlfriend's flying him home.
You're a
See,
jackass.
that's the problem with these young kids.
I love these guys so far.
I do love these guys. I mean, I really do like them a lot. And then you're gonna like them, I think, even more as we go on.
What I like is that they're not like fawning over Joe or like lost in the moment. You know, you can tell that these guys know each other. They're cool. And
they're cool with each other too. These two are cool with each other. And the very little that I did tell you about this is that they don't just fawn over him. They tell it like it is.
Great. So this is really cool. These are like 3 fathers talking about their sons, like you know, where their sons, without saying it, you know, where their sons are, like with girls, like in their lives, you know, and the other 2 guys, the guests, the other 2 guys seem a little bit more in tune with their sons' like approach to chicks.
Yeah, they sound very normal so far.
Okay, great.
And they're already criticizing him. Like, what were you thinking? Like, you know, it's not Joe's fault that, you know, that his son met a girlfriend a month before he was going away. But, you know, they're saying, like, why didn't you talk to him about that? So
these are like real men too. Like, I want to like be over either one of these guys' laps getting spanked.
Oof.
Like, this is amazing. Like, but
Oof.
go ahead.
Oof.
It's, you know,
He's a jackass.
There's the intro now.
All right, everybody.
Yes.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You're listening right now to the first episode ever of let's say it correctly, 3 friends, one booth. We're here at Vito's Pizza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You know what's funny, Johnny?
Bro.
Johnny, I pulled it up on Map. Well, not MapQuest. Does anyone even say MapQuest anymore?
Joe,
You do.
You're 77 years old, please.
Yeah.
MapQuest.
I pull it up online and it says Ashland, and I'm like, that's Cherry Hill. It's not Ashland.
Look at the Ashland.
Are we in Ashland right now?
Isn't that the
We're
Ashland
on
fire
Woodcraft.
station right there? Is that what it's
They
called?
call it Ashland.
Yeah, it's bunch of crap.
So we're in Ashland. Who knew? All these years, 561 Berlin Road.
I used to play PAL hockey at the Ashland PAL hockey court.
Oh, I used to too. I remember that. Yeah, right around the corner there.
Yeah.
So we got Gene Esposito here. Gene, Gennaro. Now you're Gennaro. When you were younger, it was Gene, but you kind of pulled out of
my
the
dad
Gene.
didn't like the name. I don't understand.
Well, as soon as you make the money, it goes right to Gennaro.
Gennaro.
As soon as you're making money.
Do you ever think about how many more girls you would have got when you were younger if your name was Gennaro, not
yeah, I'm a
Gene?
moron.
Especially with hair. God bless you.
I'm an absolute.
If you had the name Gennaro when you were young with the hair,
I did.
when I knew you,
I know. I had Gene then.
Forget
yeah,
it.
Gene.
Forget about
You
it.
should have told
Yeah,
me
what's
to
up with
say,
the
call
hair,
me
dude?
Gennaro.
Dude, I'm fine without the hair.
You look
dude.
great.
Thank you.
You got a nice
Yeah.
head.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
what I hear.
and everybody when they
That's
hear
the
Gene,
rumor.
Listen, I'm going to be straight with everybody, and thank God I got hair. I mean,
Oh,
that's all I got. That's all I got.
Come on.
That's all I got. You know, if you're going to shave your head, you got to have a nice round head.
yes.
I mean, can we agree
That's
on
the
that?
key. I agree.
Oh,
Gene
thanks.
and not have any marks. Like
No,
I have like
Alex.
I got a mark right here.
You know how like people have bowl cuts? I just put a bowl on my head every night to keep it round. That's how I do it.
Well, let's get to the top of the podcast. So we're sponsored by Vito's Pizza, which Johnny owns. We're here, Johnny Flea, right here. Thanks for letting us do that. Thanks for this is going to be fun doing the podcast here in Vito's Pizza, where I used to hang out when I was young. And then DFX is Sound and Light.
Yes.
Gene, your business is sponsoring the podcast
Plus,
also.
we're filming this whole thing.
And
in
you're
Which is great.
all this equipment is because
Okay.
of you guys, and you're based in.
Okay. That's amazing. All right. We know last episode we talked about, I don't know, for lack of a better term, media services business.
Mm-hmm.
These companies that set up podcasts, like, first off, they have all this great equipment, and meanwhile, I can't even hear Joe, but it's okay. Okay. But Gene, so everybody's benefiting here. Gene's company, DFX, is being like exhibited. Vito's Pizza is getting the promotional aspect.
Correct.
And Joe has a new podcast where he likely didn't have to put up any money. And so like that's just my initial impression that Joe has gotten this media company involved, DFX, and Vito's, and it's great because they're friends. There's no like any kind of bad thing here. That's not my point. I just want to spell out what's going on or figure out what's going on. And I think this is great because, like we said in last episode, for Joe, if Joe was hiring Gene Esposito's company, and we just heard he has a lot of money, it would cost a lot, because I know from going around to different podcast places in the journey of MWOT, which has been in about 4 to 5, 6 different studios and incarnates and different kinds of things, that industry is really exploits the consumer with overcharging for the services.
Yeah, everybody overcharges for everything now, but I agree with you that you can add that to the list.
Yeah. All right. But so far, I really like it. I love, like, these are like real men, you know, and it's striking to me because like, you know, I lived as a guy until I was like 2017, like 50, 51 years old. And like, I like try to be these people for 51 years. I tried to be like a man, like, and present as a man. And I seem so far away from this. And like how I competed with men when I was coming up, probably until I was 43. I didn't have big muscles. I was very fair skinned and fragile. And the way I was able to compete with men was I was like a sexual dynamo, and I always had like a hot chick. So, and it was, unfortunately, I didn't know it was going on at the time, but I can in retrospect, and maybe I did know it was going on. The way I would compete with men or show men that I was not this was like by having like hot chicks as my companion, like hotter than like those guys had. So they could be like, they when I was a guy, they could be like, oh, this person isn't like manly, but I could be saying like, hey man, I have a hotter chick than you, so like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? But like, it's just striking to me that, and I live with like regret in that like I got these chicks under. I mean, I love them and I enjoyed the sex. There was perks about my lifestyle as a guy, but unfortunately, these were like false pretenses because I knew I was trans, and I didn't want to. I had remember how difficult you didn't know me when I first started transitioning. It was very easy for me to tell women that I was trans, but I really struggled telling men.
Yeah.
And I was real intimidated. Now I'm not, and I can just be me around men. But I just wanted to like share with our viewers that like me seeing like three men communicating about fatherhood and all these things, it's very striking and hits me like really odd that I spent like, as a trans woman, I wish I would have transitioned earlier or had the courage to at least. But it's really striking to me that I tried to maneuver around society and the world like in the same concept as these guys. Like, it's very striking to me. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, and it's very interesting because on a recent podcast, I don't know if it was 2 podcasts ago, maybe episode 45 or 44, we were showing Gene with Joe. I think they were just chatting in one of the little clips, and you had the same exact reaction that you're having now. Wow, these are 2 guys, and I used to be like them or trying to be like them. You having the same exact, like, strong reaction that's very understandable.
Yeah,
You're not like them, and you're not like them, and you were never like them, but you tried to fit in.
I did try to fit in, and like I said, like so real quick before we go back to the podcast, what I was trying to say was like trans women before they transition typically do have over masculine pursuits to hide their or come to grips with their being trans. They might drive like fast cars, fancy cars, or like be like police officers or military types or all these things like the over masculinity pursuits. Okay. And I couldn't do any of that, like, because I was like real fragile and stuff like that. So that's where I was going with telling you guys. That's why like I was like overly sexual, like with women, because I had no way of like if I didn't, and people thought I was gay anyway, I think, but it just something would have been off, like if I didn't do that.
I wonder if you had asked people that you knew back then if they would have agreed with that like, and I mean, I'm not too sure people would even be able to think about that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if you asked people back then, hey, if I didn't have a hot chick all the time, would you have, second guessed my sexuality, or, would you have second guessed the fact that maybe I was transgendered?
Yeah. I don't know. And I it's just something like I remember like when it was coming to an end, me presenting as a guy, and I would hang out at the sports bar every night and bet sports and drink with like guys that work construction and were like big muscles and fathers and things like that. And it started to get really hard because I was like, this isn't working out for me. Like, so when I see Johnny Flea or Gene, like it results in a tangent like the one we just went on because like it really makes me self-reflective of like what I was doing and how I was meandering around, like trapped in the wrong body and lying and all these things.
And how much more different you are than them now than ever before.
Yeah. And it's like, there's no going back. Like, there's no going back. First off, I admitted in some previous episodes, I'm castrated, but there's no going back. Like, this is me and I love it. Like,
yep, this is much better. Much, much better.
All right, cool.
Berlin, down on the Berlin Circle.
Yes, West Berlin, New Jersey.
Is that how we say it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
It's not a borough.
So basically, let's get back to the conversation here about my son here.
I gotta have a talk with him.
Yeah, dude. He's
I don't even know. I gotta talk with him.
He's not, dude.
If I have a talk with him,
I want to tell you.
You'll have the talk. We should get
John,
him on the
we should bring
podcast.
him in.
We talked about it. His Italian family's not Italian, so none of it rubs off. There's nothing to rub off. He's a better guy.
You got to sit the kid down. I mean, you got to sit him.
Well, that's why I don't know if you saw my show. You weren't at my show in Collingswood, but I said that line. I go, I'm not like most Italians. I'm faithful, and it got a huge laugh.
That's nice.
Most I was the worst.
I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's really wrong.
I was because that's what I really want to talk to at the top here is because I know it's because my son has the girlfriend now. It's his first girlfriend. And he's a good guy. It's Valentine's Day. Bought her gifts. He's got a restaurant that he's taken to her. He's flying back to, and I can remember at that age, 18 years old, having my first girlfriend. I don't know if you remember having your first girlfriend or what it was like.
Dude, he was
girlfriend.
He was dating models at like 10.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was the same.
And talk into the mic, Johnny.
I am talking in
there. You go.
You say this every time we do this. I got to chew on this thing. Fucking thing's gigantic. You want me to chew? I'm trying to relax here. I mean,
So who was
this good enough? Because you're really something with this.
Who was it? Who was first girlfriend?
I went out with a girl, Janine.
At what age?
Cups' daughter. I was 15, 14.
Who the heck is
she
Cups?
was one of my.
You got these names, Cups. Where do you get these
Johnny
names?
Cupcakes, the best guy, rest his soul. Best guy. Joey knows him. Best guy ever.
Good guy.
Cups.
Great guy. Johnny Cupcakes.
Johnny Cupcakes.
Best guy ever.
Why'd they call him that?
He used to rob tasty cakes off the truck. I'm not kidding.
Really?
I'm not kidding. When I tell you,
Take the tasty cake.
I mean, I'm just, class act guy. Best. Johnny was the best. The whole family.
Dude, you
I went
guys.
out with
Johnny
you. I went out
Cupcakes.
with you. You met you.
Every one of your friends has names. Like,
brunette.
did you guys like sit around and like?
Yeah, that's how it is.
Do you just like sit around and pick names for everybody?
No.
Like, how does it come up? Like, how do you do it? Like,
Get
how
the
does it
mic,
come
Joe.
up?
Get on the mic, Joe.
We got Joe.
They just come about, right?
Yeah, they just came about.
Like Sugar Bear did a thing, and he named all the nicknames.
I used to have a kid work for me. He was a waiter, and I hired him, and I told him to memorize all the specials, in the restaurant. So I seen him looking, and he was staring at the menu like this, and he's looking, he's staring at the specials. I'm like, Ed, why are you holding it so close? He goes, Chef, I got to tell you, but I can't see. I'm like, what do you mean he can't see? He's like, I'm far sighted, near sighted, I don't know what, I can't see. All right. So we called him Anthony Eyes. That was
That's it.
So instead of calling him, Anthony, where's Eyes? Tell him to pick up table 31.
Let's do that right now, Gene. This would be good on the podcast. Let's think of what our mafia names would be. You and I, what would you give? Your friend has to give it to you, right? It's not like
I'll give it to you by the end of this podcast.
What would be mine?
I remember Cups, all the old timers I grew up with, Tony Blinds, Blonde Babe, all great guys, man. Good
Okay, well, no, Tony Blinds. What was that?
Okay.
We used to call him Bo Winkle. I worked for
him. Joe, we would call Joey Pods. Joey Pods for all his podcasts. But this is really cool. I wonder if would I get to go on the mic if I go to a live taping? Like,
yeah, that would be interesting.
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Hi, Gene. Hi, Gennaro. Hi, Johnny Flea. Hi, Joe. Anyway, so this has been real interesting so far. I really like this, other than it's like banal conversation. Like it's like I had these aspirations for this insane podcast with Joe, Late Stage Greatness, where we would talk about comedy and blowing up and his life and family and all this stuff. And he picked this, and it's going pretty good. This is not bad. It's just there's something lacking, like in terms of like, but I don't want to hit a negative thing yet. Actually, like this is really good. It's great to see Joe. Joe looks really happy to be doing this. And
yeah, he does. He looks. I mean, like you said, everybody's benefiting. In the exact way that you described, and also they're going to get fed for free.
Yeah,
and that's going to come up. That's going to come up.
Joe loves that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's correct. And it is going to come up. It may not come up in this episode, but it will in episode 2.
Comedians love to eat for free, like
yeah,
yeah, like so. That and it's pretty typical if you perform somewhere and they have food, you get a free meal if you're one of the featured comics. But whatever.
Right.
Let's keep
wife
going.
Doesn't feed him. Remember, Joe's wife doesn't feed him. So
yes. So anytime he gets the opportunity, he go off at a place like this. I'm going there with like a wad of bills, man. I'm gonna blow that spot up, like and support. I gotta meet Johnny Flea. I gotta go to a taping.
Okay.
I'm going to a taping. Like I'm not like I gotta get friends again with Joe. Like this is really annoying. I don't know why. Look, I'll tell you what I've been thinking. My thing is to reimagine art. I've done altered books. I've done collages. I've taken on my music podcast, I take the songs and then talk over them. Reimagining art is beautiful, okay? Because you're loving the art that you're reimagining and you're creating too. So what Joe doesn't understand, and what I need him to understand, is he might not like everything that I do about him, okay? But what I'm doing, all we're doing, Joe, is reimagining your art and taking it in and remaking our own original art inspired by
over 7 hours.
Inspired by you, Joe. Like, I'm inspired by you, man. Like, this is not a contentious thing, Karen versus Joe. Or I'm not just on here like, Joe, I'm reaching out again, man. Like, I'd like to be friends. Like, I'm doing comedy now, of all things. Like, I want to open for you. I want to talk to you. Like, you're mad at me for things I've done or whatever, but what have I really done? Like, I know I was friends with Red Bar and I love Red Bar, but like, Joe, so what? It's just reimagining. It's getting your name out there. It's inspiring people. Like, I just wanted Joe to know, like, I gotta break through to this guy. Like, I love him. Okay. Like, I'm not obsessed with him like I was back in 2017, but like, I root for him. Joe has inspired me with his podcasts, with everything. And like, I'm not out to get this guy. Like, I'm just putting out a show that is enjoyable and reimagining his art. And I really want to make inroads with Joe. Like, I don't want to have ill will, have him have ill will with me. And I'd really like to be, if like, I don't know if the word is forgiven, or I'd really like to just like, you know, kind of take my call, man, and like let me open for him and as a comedian and all this stuff. Like I'm not a bad person. Like, and I hope people are going back to Joe, telling them like, you know, Karen's just not beating up on you. Like she's rooting for you and trying to make you in a good light. Because I'm here to enjoy this. I'm here to enjoy this podcast. Like, so go ahead.
Yeah, this is very genuine too. You know, I mean, you're very genuine about this. Yeah,
like it would be such a thrill. I've written Joe and told him like, Joe, it would be such a thrill to do, and I don't want money from anybody. Okay, yeah, like I'm like, I would love to just open up as a comedian. They call it a guest spot, like one of Joe's shows in New York I'll go up to, or Jersey or Philly, like, and do it and do a guest spot of clean comedy or whatever, so that like, and just work with Joe and get to hang out with him like a little bit and like share a drink, man, and like, you know, like I just dig the guy, and I've really been inspired from him. And like there's so many artists that I've been inspired by over the years, and they like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a guy that doesn't like me.
I know, it's very unusual. You're very well respected and likable by everybody. It's very bizarre. He just doesn't understand. He doesn't have the capacity to understand you in the way that others do, in the way that everybody else does. He just doesn't understand. And you know, he was trolled really hard by other people. And
so was I.
I know.
Okay. But you know, even those people like will let you like work or something. Like, yeah. I know he's been like trolled hard. And I get it. Like, and he doesn't want to go down that road, but right. I'm not the face of it. Like I just had, like, I started a podcast not to troll him, but to do what we did.
Right.
And then everything happened very organically.
Right.
Okay. I didn't know about Red Bar when I started MWOT.
Right. Right.
Okay. I didn't know that I was hurt when everybody knows this. Like when I first became aware of Red Bar, like I was like, what is going on? Like, why is this guy so mean to Joe? Like, and stuff like that. Like, and the thing that disappointed me sort of is that the thing that always disappointed me was Joe didn't maximize that stuff with Red Bar. He tried to hide it and still act like nothing was happening. And I was a super fan, and he knew about Red Bar and whatever, but he wouldn't bring it up. The best way to deal with those things is to deal with them, not ignore them.
You're right. Should we start?
Yeah, please.
It's just Tony had a big nose, big guy, tough guy.
Great guy. A guy named Frankie Head. We call him Frankie Head. He had a giant head. It's like, oh, you need a hat. We used to put a milk crate on his head.
You put a milk crate on his head?
For his hat, for a hat.
Joey Sticks. I'm going to call you Joey Sticks.
So what would my nickname be?
Funny Joey.
Funny Joe. I do get that one a lot. On my softball team, they call me Joe.
Joey
Funny
Balboa.
Joe. Funny Joe. Because I do
Joey Balboa. All he did is freaking Sylvester Stallone and Rocky 24 hours a day, and he had his
Joe Rock.
walk around. Yeah,
Rocky Joe. That'd
Even
be a
back
good
then,
one.
you did it.
Dude, he used to walk around. He used to drive his bicycle with a boom box, listening to Rocky and imitating him all day long on his bike.
You were a pioneer, Joe.
I was.
You were a
Back
pioneer.
when you had the tape recorder
You're right.
with the yellow button, the orange button, and the
If
play
you would have
button.
drove by our corner in South Philly, would have got the speaker, smashed it over your head, robbed your bike. Who's this jerk off coming?
We would listen to the whole Rocky movie.
I mean, that's really interesting that they're sort of talking about what he was like. He like took things to such an extreme, like to try to look cool. Like he just didn't like assimilate. Like he took things to such an extreme that he stood out. And you know, sometimes that's good. You know, you are doing something that you enjoy and you stand out, and that's okay. But I just think that he was just on blast constantly, and he just didn't know how to fit in. And he was
who are you talking about? Joey Pretzels?
Joe.
Yeah, Joey
Funny
Pretzels.
Yeah, funny Joey Pod.
Joey Pods or Joey Pretzels. We'll figure it out by the end of the show. But I go ahead. I cut you off. I'm sorry, and then I have a point.
I just think that, you know, he was just really trying to fit in or trying to look cool because he wasn't feeling cool. He wasn't fitting in. So he was doing things that in his mind would help him fit in. You know, it wasn't maybe even because he enjoyed it. That's the problem.
Well, I was pretty, I love Joe, like nuggets and tidbits of information and all that. Like, I was like really fascinated to learn that like Joe had a Rocky obsession in real time back when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Like that's very insightful.
Yeah.
That's
very
very
real.
insightful.
That was genuine. That helped him get through a lot of things, I think. That I believe was genuine.
Yeah, like this is really good like for like hardcore Joe fans. I don't think this is good for like a typical person.
Yeah, well, they want all the backstory.
Yeah, I think this is good for like, you know, Joe has this like local thing, provincial thing going, and I think that he's better than this. Okay, like that's why I had that idea. But he's better than this. But this is his comfort zone, and he is doing this good. Like for what this is, a local podcast, Berlin, growing up, this, that, like this is really good. Like for that.
It's quality. It's high. It looks like it's high quality. I mean, they have nice mic set up. They have a nice table. The other, like I said, the co-hosts are really great. And it looks very professional. And Joe actually sounds good so far.
He looks happy and he looks comfy and that's good.
Okay, should we continue?
Yeah.
We only made it 8 minutes and 41 seconds.
Movie while we were doing our paper round.
He says we. It was him and Mike.
So, Gene, what would be your? What do you think, Gene's? I
don't know.
You weren't.
You got to put me on the.
You had hair then, so you had the thick, curly, long mullet.
I don't know what my name would be. OC don't. Not OC.
How much can we slam you on this podcast?
Do it. Do it after, man. Go after.
I'm trying to think. At what age do you get the nickname?
I got mine at like 7 or 8 because I was real little. Yeah. We used to play pickup football, and this kid Bobby Timmons, my friend, I'll never forget it. He couldn't catch me. He's like, you're like a flea.
I know what Gene's would be now that I think about it, because you hit puberty really late in life at like 18.
Yeah, thanks.
So
I appreciate that.
And it used to piss
That's
people off.
Like, yeah.
You used to piss you off when like people would sing songs to you, right? They used to break your balls because you were little, and and then all of a sudden Gene sprouted it. Like he went from like 5'2" to 6'1" in like 3 months.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Steroids.
I was like 137 pounds, 6 foot.
Steroids.
Yeah, it was all juice.
So maybe they would call him Stretch because he stretched.
I gave Stretch his name, Stretch.
Did Stretch used to be fat?
No, Stretch was like tall, and I said, "You're like Stretch Armstrong." One day I called him, and it's the name stuck. Always tall, always tall. You know, Stretch. He's got the body. It looks like he's on a hanger. I tell him, looks
Gene,
like somebody.
they would
put
call
in
you
a hang.
Gene Peach Fuzz or something like that.
Or
'cause
so
you
when
didn't,
he
you didn't have
sees us, he'll
pubes.
call me.
or Gene the dancing machine because I was always dancing and stuff.
No, but what did they call you when you didn't hit puberty late? What would they say?
Dude, I don't know.
Joe is always like, he's like, he borders on inappropriate. It's too much. Like, he'll say things that embarrass people that other people just wouldn't say. It's just too much.
No, this is cool. They're trying to come up with his nickname, and I can relate to this. I was a late bloomer. Like, I didn't really mature physically until like 16, 17, 18. And
It's just
I can relate to Gene's plight with that. I'm fine with, like, to me, they're still doing that thing where they're trying to figure out their nicknames.
Yeah.
Johnny Flea is great. Like, it's been his he's had it his whole life.
Yeah.
Joey Pods is amazing. And we got to figure out one for Gene. It's too easy to, like, go with the ball thing. So, like, it would have to, Joe's going to have to delve into Gene here now to find out something about Gene in his life that can help determine his Italian nickname.
Right. I just think I understand, like, someone undergoes puberty late in life, and that's not embarrassing, and you could say that to somebody and it's not a real big deal, but Joe takes it too far. You'll see what I mean.
He looks real happy here, babe.
Yeah, well, he's putting someone else down.
And he's like doing things for free, so
and getting fed.
Yeah. This is his glory.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Anyway, so far, just to recap, we're watching Joe's new podcast, and it's going great. It's like boring, but it's I'll take any Joe. Like, this is access, and this is what I love. Like, I'm hearing Joe talking. Like, he doesn't talk to me, so, like, just any Joe access I get, his videos we cover this, and that's where we are right now. How you doing?
No, but what did they call you when you didn't hit puberty late? What would they say?
Dude, I don't know.
Come on.
Well,
tell us.
Well, they do.
Take a breath. It's okay.
God, dude. So I had a couple incidents because I couldn't really be with anybody.
A girl, right?
Yeah, so Mr. Softy, they'd call me and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, because I
could kill somebody.
Oh yeah, well, I was embarrassed. Am I going to show someone I got no pubic hairs at like 16?
No,
it's embarrassing.
The dark.
Can you imagine that?
Shut the lights.
Can you imagine Johnny growing up in South Philly? He comes home from school. He's like, Dad, they're singing the Mr. Softy song.
Oh, dude, they play
I
it.
never got that.
Oh, they play it.
You nuts?
No.
I can really relate to this Gene thing.
Of course.
I am even when I was a guy, like, flaccid, my penis was really small, like, embarrassingly small, but my erect penis was pretty good. But like, in locker rooms and stuff, I never changed. Like, people would walk around with things flopping and all this stuff, and like I never changed in the locker room. Like, and then it would get to be an issue, like, because when we had swim class, I'm talking about 16. I couldn't ejaculate until I was like late 16. Like, I remember being in swim class and we were required to take a shower afterwards for some reason. And I did it in a bathing suit. And then for some reason, like, I remember going back to class with like a wet bathing suit under my pants. Like, but I can recall being like 3 or 4 in a locker room and looking at like other men and going like, something's wrong, like, here, because I already knew I was trans, but like I wasn't like like and then like, you know, like I'm Jewish, like in Jewish culture, like saunas, they call them like sitz baths or something, like
Yeah.
like like men go into these saunas and bring their children or whatever, and like these really hot saunas, and just like sit there like spread like just out like spread eagle nude, and like I just, something was wrong like my whole life with that, like I wouldn't do that either, like I'd be real self-conscious in that, and that that went on for like years. I remember, like, I mean, even when I lived in Vegas, like one time, like my friend took me to a real high-end spa at Caesar's Palace in Vegas, and I was like excited, you know what I mean, like um and and then like right when we get there, I this is when I was still presenting as a guy though, but right when we get there, I realized that my toenails were painted, and like I had to, like, I couldn't do it, so now I'm doing like, I'm in like a sauna with socks on. Like, it was just too much. It was just too much, like, you know. So I can relate to Gene's plight here very well.
Okay. That definitely makes sense. All right, let's go.
No, can you imagine though?
No,
What would
yeah.
you have done?
I would have
Kid would have been dead the next day.
Exactly.
hit him with a baseball,
It was
hit him with a
embarrassing.
baseball bat.
Fucking bat right to the chest.
And that's why I was so cocky, I think, because I was so pissed off. I got cocky all the time. That was my defense.
That was your defense. Comedy.
Yes.
Comedy.
Yep.
All right.
Go back to your son, who's I can't believe in Tampa not talking
We
to
got to
girls.
straighten him out.
That's a
That's a problem.
ridiculous thing.
I'm
dude.
upset about that.
Yeah.
Well, at least
It's
he's
bothering me.
at
It's
least
bothering me.
now.
You know, I mean, it is interesting that these two guys pick up right away that they have to straighten him out because they realize that Joe has a weakness in this area. It's just really interesting. I mean, this is not the first time that they said this. They said it at the beginning.
Is the subtitle of this episode what I'm seeing on the screen? My son won't go to the pool at U Tampa. Is that the subtitle?
I think so. I think
Okay,
so.
that's real cool. So yeah, no, this is really good. Like I like Johnny Flea is really good. Like he's very comfortable.
Yeah.
And Gene is like a little bit like reserved, but he'll come out of
like
it.
Gene a lot. I like them both a lot. I want to keep watching it for them. I just and I'm not attracted to them, but I like them.
I really like Johnny Flea a lot. Like I think he's like a real cool dude. Like, you know, he owns a pizza shop. He's very like I think he's a cool guy. Like
you didn't like him when we first talked about him, like episode 45 or something. You didn't like him, but
yeah, no, it wasn't as I might have been in a different headspace. Like this is more of him. Like this is a little bit more relaxed, more like the real him kind of vibe, and he's very comfortable. I think it's very funny the way he's wearing his headphones. He doesn't want to mess up his hair. It's very funny.
Yeah, did they say that yet, or you just say, because that's going to come up too?
No, I can just tell. Like,
yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah, that's just perceptive. That's just perceptive. Like anybody who wears their headphones like that, they don't want to mess up their hair.
That's
I go through that.
What's happening? Yeah.
Yeah, and I can see that from a mile away.
That's so funny. The other guy doesn't have to care.
Hey, either do I. If I was a guy, like right now.
All right. So I just had to mention that they are picking up on a weakness that Joe can't, you know, like sort of talk to his kid, help his kid. And they're not wrong.
And just to recap here, what has his son done that's wrong here? I don't understand. Like,
well, nobody did anything wrong, I don't think, but the kid is not going to really experience college because he's in love with a girl and she's, you know, up in New York and he's down in Tampa, and he's just not gonna, you know, he's got his mind on her, and you can't blame that. Like, you know, he's 18, it's his first girlfriend, and he of course doesn't want to lose her, but he's not gonna really, you know, I don't know if he'll be there next semester. You know, that remains you know. Like,
Well, I kind of agree with what like Gene is saying, like said earlier, like like all right, Luke has this like super hot chick now, right?
yeah, she's pretty hot.
Okay,
You know, it's not gonna last, but you know.
but you know where he is, there's no shortage of hot chicks. Like, and
I
he's pretty,
know, but
and he's pretty good looking. So I'd like to see Luke not like not give up college. Like he could still like um I'd like to see Luke navigate a long distance relationship with, this is very common, like
yeah,
people that are young and live, you know, people that are in the 18 range, they go to different colleges
yep,
and they're going out, and like every 80s teen movie was like, you know, this had this subplot, and like the girl would like get a new boyfriend at college, you know what I mean? Like at her college,
yeah,
and you know, and then like there was always like the plot was like what would happen when they came back for like Thanksgiving or Christmas break.
yeah.
So like I'd like to see, like, this is like very common. I'd like to see Luke navigate this by ideally you know, being getting with girls like Gene probably would want him to down in Florida. Like, you know, like here's what's happening. The problem is early assessment of Karen from Philly is that like, and I totally get it, but is Luke a little whipped? And you know,
Well, did you look at her?
yeah, like, you know, like maybe Luke is whipped, but he doesn't understand that down in Florida watching girls tan is not a bad life.
Yeah, but you know, this girl likes him. This girl's agreeing to be with him, and yes, he could find someone, but he probably, you know, he likes this person, you know, and sometimes, you know, you just like that person.
Do we know where Luke's girl goes to college?
Um, I I she appeared to have gotten into a very good school.
Okay, you don't have to say the school, but is it,
No,
is
I'm
it
not gonna say it, but it does not sound like she's going right now.
okay?
And I
But
think Joe said she took a semester off or a year off.
so are they like are they like, you know, we all know Joe lives in New Rochelle. He talks about it all the time. Are they like, did they meet in New Rochelle?
He went to high school with this girl.
Okay, he needs to like Joe's rich.
But they weren't together, like, you know, they weren't they didn't I mean, I don't know if they were friends, but they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend back in high school.
It looks like things took off for them in the summer
Yeah.
of 25, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it sounded like 1 month before he went to U Tampa, so that would have been in December.
This is a very common
Yeah.
this is a very common thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Local kids
He's
that are together get broken up by this college thing.
absolutely. Yeah. And maybe this is the love of his life. You know, maybe girl number one, they were meant to be together and they'll get married and maybe they'll have 3 kids and they'll be married for 70 years. You know, that's great. Sometimes that does happen. You know, and maybe that's what he's feeling, that like, you know, this is the one. Yeah, but and sometimes that's right and sometimes it isn't. But
I don't know her first name, but like let's say that Luke's girlfriend's first name was Jane. Her Italian name would be Janie Lips.
yeah, right. Yeah, that definitely. Yeah, that's definitely true by the pictures.
But which is, you know, good for you, Luke. But hey, let's see how I want to see how these men navigate this issue with Luke. Now, this is actually very interesting. I want to see this. Like, this is like I'm learning a little bit here because I'm calling it provincial, but really I'm not allowing for you know, a blossoming of these stories.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
But go ahead.
And I'm also stopping it too and pointing things out. I guess let me just say right before we go back, sorry, but I wonder what these guys would say to Luke. They don't go into this, so else I wouldn't be saying. But I wonder what they would say to him. Would it be like, hey, she could probably drop, she might drop you, and then you're going to lose this opportunity to be at U Tampa, which is a good school. You're going to leave, go back home, enroll in maybe a local community college or a local college, and lose that opportunity just for some girl who's likely going to drop you. We don't know that for sure, but
Right. And great point, babe, because like when Luke is, or maybe he is secretly concerned about it. Like one of the things, I think I mentioned it, one of the things about this navigation of college coming and local kids being split up is that the girl inevitably gets another guy.
Yeah. And she definitely doesn't look like she's gonna have trouble doing that.
So he could be worried about that.
Oh yeah.
But he doesn't want to. Luke, I'm here to say, like, and I used to tell people this all the time. Look, guys, and this was the best advice I used to give people, young guys like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Get as many of them as you can. Okay? Because when you get older, that all stops. And you want to know, like, hey, I got her and her and her and her and her and her and that, and we did this and we went there and I did this with that chick and this with that chick. Like, that's what youth should be like. You don't want to I don't want to see Luke get homesick, mess up school and all this stuff over a chick. I don't care how great she is, especially when you're in school in Florida. If he was like in some like rural college or something, or some kind of small school, like I could see him going like, hey, this isn't working out.
Right. Well, he seemed to have gotten very fortunate to have gotten into such a great school. And so, to actually blow that away because of this is, that's hard. It's hard. And I have a bad feeling that he is going to leave. He's only going to spend one semester there. Is he passing his courses because he's always thinking about her? And I don't know if he has the maturity to actually, handle that. I don't know. But just based on what we hear about him, I don't think he has the maturity to have a long distance relationship and also be able to focus on classes and pass. I don't think he has that. And that would be hard for any kid to have at that age, granted. It's hard, but kids do it. So
well, I'm really excited here to see what we learn and how this works out. I'm rooting for everyone.
Right.
Now he's back in on the school. Like I noticed this because you have boys that went away to school and all that. This is my first kid going to college, so this is all new to me. Because every 2 days, the mood changes. Like all of a sudden he's all in on Tampa and he's like, I think I'm getting an apartment, off campus.
These kids today are different though. They're different. They're just different. They're up, they're down, they're just different. They're soft.
He's absolutely right. I'm dealing with my daughter every day.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Different stories. She's upset this day, depressed that day.
Well, girls are one thing, but boys too. For boys to be soft, they're just, my wife tells me all the time, like, yeah, we didn't go up in South Philly. Everybody's South Philly. I mean, it builds character.
Because my mom's already giving me shit. Like, oh, he's just like you. I'm like, what 18-year-old kid, gets his first girlfriend? And
yeah, but you don't leave in Tampa, dude. You don't leave Tampa.
No.
That school's amazing. I'm trying to walk like down a thing like this, because my wife's next to me.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Like, I don't know how you.
Well, who went to Tampa?
My daughter was trying to go to Tampa. We did the whole tour.
Melina just got accepted to Tampa, but she's going to go to St. Joe's.
She's going local.
She's going local.
That's better for you.
She's got the boyfriend there.
Oh.
Which I don't think that was all of her. Yeah, so I don't think that was all of her. Now, let me finish. I don't think that was all her decision, but I think it had something to do with it. But she's local, and I'm glad she's local.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Yes.
Because she's not. I didn't care where she went, but now that she's close.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
daughters up in Montclair. I'm always worried. It's 2 hours away. They're going like right near New York. It's like, yeah, rather.
Well, that's also what my son's got going on now is because you know when all of them go away to school and then there's always a few to come back, right? So one of his friends was going upstate to like SUNY Cortland all the way up near Canada. That kid came back and he's at the community college locally. And then one of his other friends is going to Iona College. This is right down the street from our house. And then, you know, and then all of a sudden, and his girlfriend's like finishing up right now. She's probably not going away to school to her sophomore year because she's trying to save money on college.
Yeah, so you see, that's where I heard this. That she went for one semester, it sounded like, and then not doing it again because she's trying to save money. I don't know if that's is that what they just said?
I got to admit something.
No, you weren't listening. You were dreaming about the girlfriend.
No, close.
Dreaming about Luke.
No, I was dreaming about
Joe.
going to Vito's Pizza and like
Oh God.
being like, hi sir, to Johnny Flea, like first off ordering a lot of food and being like, hi, I'm a big fan of yours from the show. But then I was dreaming about that. But then I was going like, no, Joe's gonna be like, don't talk to them or ban her or whatever. Like, and you see like the dichotomy, like I'm trying to like be a fan and experience this.
Yeah, he doesn't. He worries about your involvement in anything because he doesn't understand you and he doesn't trust you, and he's really wrong about that. But I you know, he's not. You know, he has.
But
trouble.
I have to admit, that's what I was dreaming about. Like if we,
so you missed the whole thing.
Well, no, I heard them. You know, Montclair, and I did them. I don't listen anyway to anything. Like, but like. I pick up like little things here and there. Like I'm like,
well, one of Luke's friends dropped out of college already in the first semester. He was going to SUNY Cortland, and he's back going to community college.
Actually,
why?
You know what?
Because you failed. That's why.
Actually, I just dawned on me. I don't want to get too into it, but like colleges are a joke now, and people should be dropping out, learning a trade, and using their hands as their work. But go ahead. Like I you know, like, so for me, college was like partying and, you know, chicks and partying. And I was working in radio at the time. Like I didn't take my classes serious. I did graduate from college, but it took me 5.5 years, but I did graduate from college, but it was, not like, something I took seriously.
So right at the part where I stopped it, he said something quick about the girlfriend that she went. It sounded like she only went for one semester, but then took time off. Is not going back because she wants to save up for college. I didn't understand that, but I just want to play that 2-second thing back again, just to understand.
Okay.
But this is where I heard this, that she wasn't in college this semester. Because this was
if Joe was really concerned about this, or Luke about dropping out, or any kind of thing like that, like he could just they could just pay for him to come back periodically. Like,
well, that's what the girlfriend did. I don't know if you heard that. She flew him. She paid for his ticket to fly back to New York for Valentine's Day. You didn't hear them say that before? You got to pay attention.
No, that's amazing. Like, okay, so she has bank.
He took her to dinner, and then he took her to dinner at a nice Italian restaurant.
You know, maybe those two, I mean, they look super happy in the photos. Like,
it's sometimes you do meet, you know, the person that you're meant to be with. And I don't want to say that she's not that. I don't think Joe's parents think she is.
Young love.
Yeah, this is his first one. He's over the moon.
Young love.
Yeah.
It's undefeated.
So, but I think the parents are absolutely beside themselves. They must be like just a wreck. They managed to get him in there, and you know, he's there, and now this. It's like I can't even imagine how they must feel. It would have been hard for him to do well and focus, and pass at U Tampa to begin with, and this is how it starts off, with this big, huge distraction. So
Okay.
I'm not blaming the kid for this at all. I'm not blaming anybody. It happens, but I'm just thinking about how the parents must just be beside themselves.
Joe, I just want to say this to you. I know you don't trust me or whatever, but if I wanted to do what's best for this right now, we would show her, but we're not going to.
No, we're not showing.
Okay, so like understand what's going on here, man. Like I'm still bringing some discipline and decorum to this whole thing.
We're not showing her.
We're not showing her. You brought her up.
Yeah.
Okay, we're commenting on you bringing her up,
right.
But like, any other like show like this, or you have a negative impression of MWOT, they would be showing this, and
right.
we're not, bro. Okay, right. And that's something that I had to like admit to and answer to our viewers for, but it's not what we do.
No,
we always react.
And even if they're legal age, I still don't feel comfortable with that. It's not fair to her and him, and it's just messed up.
Right.
And dangerous.
We just react to what they do.
Right. Whatever they made, whatever Joe makes public, we'll talk about it, but I'm not gonna.
Right. Yeah. And I agree with that. Like we've come, like that's not our place to do that. Like put her on blast like that.
No, not for and people would do that for followers and everything like that. No, we're not doing that. Not doing that for a lot of different reasons.
Now, how do I like defend then? We showed Joe on his phone at the anthem in episode 40 because that was available publicly.
Yeah, and it was Joe. It wasn't some girl that would, it's not right.
Right. Okay. All right. So we're in a good place here. We're in a good place.
Right. And that was a public video.
Yes.
I mean, that Joe, his girlfriend's videos are also public, but you're still not going to do that. And that's, absolutely never do that. End of story.
I mean, we could technically show a picture with both faces like covered, but like
what's the sense of that? No.
Yeah.
Just keep it moving. Don't even. It's
no. I'm not getting antsy.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just like, I mean, okay, no worries. I just want to let the audience know that I know.
Kids, you don't have to. That makes it difficult for the young kids too. They don't need that kind of like coverage.
Right.
That's messed up.
But I'm being upfront with our audience that, I know what would be best here, but we can't do it because it's not right.
No, it's not right for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah. So Joe, like, just know, man, that there's some decorum and some responsible broadcasting going on, my friend.
Yeah, it's true. And there has always been. Okay, so I'm gonna just bring it back like 5 seconds so that you can hear what he said about the girlfriend. It didn't really make sense because I think he's trying to hide, what happened maybe, but she got into a good school. I'll just say that she got into a very good school.
Good for
her. And so she's apparently like smart too. All right, just give me a second. I'm gonna bring this back just a couple of seconds here. Okay.
Is because when all of them go away to school, and then there's always a few to come back, right? So one of his friends was going upstate to like SUNY Cortland, all the way up near Canada. That kid came back, and he's at the community college locally. And then one of his other friends is going to Iona College. This is right down the street from our house. And then and then all of a sudden, and his girlfriend's like finishing up right now. She's probably not going away to school to her sophomore year because she's trying to save money on college.
Loose girlfriend?
Yeah,
smart.
Yeah. So
where does she want to go?
She's been accepted to Syracuse, but she's going to try to better that now because she's trying to go.
They did say it. Okay, so they said it. Okay. All right. So you stepped away at the exact moment that I wanted you to listen.
No, I heard.
So it doesn't make sense. She went one semester and then now she's saving for college and so she's not gonna continue until sophomore year, and she's gonna try to get into a better college. What is she talking about?
Well, I would like to sit down with both of these.
Yeah.
I would like to sit down with both of them.
Yeah.
And I would tell them to not go to college. It's not worth it anymore.
Oh.
Like, learn a trade, and go that way. Work with your hands, everyone.
Syracuse has a 42% acceptance rate. So now that he mentioned where she went, now we can say it.
Yeah. So to recap, Joe's son goes to UTampa.
Yeah, and well, he said that, and UTampa has 40% acceptance rate. So, they somehow got into two very, very competitive schools. Not Ivy League, but good schools, and they're blowing it. She blew it already, and he probably wanted to leave too after December, but his parents probably read him the riot act.
I mean, can I interject something? Like, are any of these colleges rejecting anyone? They're like businesses now. Like, they're, you know what I mean?
They're rejecting. They're rejecting.
Okay.
I don't know how kids get in and not get in and what really went on here, but
yeah,
whatever.
Like, I would imagine that any college might reject a kid for like a fall entry at a main campus or anything, but they would at least say, like, you can go to this other campus of ours or improve yourself, like, that kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't see these colleges turning away money and businesses, but business.
They do reach the quota of how many they could take, and there are some schools that are really competitive. There are like thousands and thousands and thousands of applications. It just depends. I mean, especially for undergrad.
Okay.
Especially for undergrad. People do get turned away, especially for undergrad. Thousands of people get turned away or waitlisted. Or deferred, so somehow Luke was deferred for spring instead of starting in the fall. That's the way he got in. And that it seems like that because Joe said that he didn't go start in the fall. And sometimes kids, don't get in and they're able to start in the spring because there's less incoming students in the spring. So somehow they, something, I don't know anything about this, but what happened there, but oh, that's right. So of course she stopped going to school, and I just made a mistake before. I was like, and I said, he probably didn't want to continue, but he wasn't even there last semester. So this is his first semester, and she dropped out of school. Oh God. All right.
Yeah, this is really I hope these people they are public. I just this is really interesting. This is really interesting.
I just feel for that. I mean, just knowing how much work, especially his wife has done with this kid, it's like this is such a big blow to her. And I think they're probably both super sick over this.
As a Joe fan, I'm like loving this. Like, this is really cool. Like,
all right, here we go. Pay attention, damn it.
Okay.
Stop daydreaming.
Street from our house, and then and then all of a sudden, and his girlfriend's like finishing up right now. She's probably not going away to school till her sophomore year because she's trying to save money on college.
Luke's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. So
where does she want to go?
She's been accepted to Syracuse, but she's going to try to better that now because she's going to try to go with 1 year of community college and see if she can do even better than Syracuse. So she's not going to stay local. She'll be gone anyway. I'm not removing him into another school again. Like this, it's not easy to move a kid into a college.
He'll overcome it. He'll stay there. He'll overcome it.
No, he's already overcome.
Right. He'll be fine.
All right. Well, maybe I was thinking maybe you guys give me some advice how I can motivate him because
Bring him
do you
here.
go
Bring
through
him
that
here.
with your kids? I am the worst at motivating I send him motivational clips from the internet
Ugh.
all the time, and he's just like that. Like, you can't get through to these kids now. They got the video games in their freaking room.
You got to text him.
I text just
Like if I want Johnny, like John, he don't answer. I just text him. He's right there working.
But do you ever give him life advice?
Yeah, I give him.
Does he listen?
I mean, I hope.
He's here.
I hope he listens.
Where is
he's here working?
He's here. He's
in the back.
He's making a pizza over there. I think.
John,
Yo, John.
you want to
Yes,
show
sir.
your handsome face or no? My middle son,
How old is he?
20, will be 21.
20,
June.
21.
Great kid.
How old's Anthony?
31. Another great kid.
Did he go
I was
away?
blessed with great kids.
Did he go away to school?
And he went to West Virginia.
He did. That's where my
We loved it.
that's right.
He was the first one to go out of everybody.
My brher told me the story. You guys walking
went
into that
down there.
campus,
It
and
was
you went.
sick.
You were ready to sign
Well,
up.
what happened was I drove a 30-foot Winnebago down there. The first time we went to visit Andy, me, Stretch, Rego, all of us, Victor, we all went down. Stopped here, got food, went down. I'm driving. They're drinking, playing poker in the back, having a ball. We pull up 6 hours later because it takes 5. But I'm driving a Winnebago. I pull up to the dorm. I blow the horn, and like these kids come out. They're like, "Are you nuts?" He's like, "Dad, are you nuts pulling up with a Winnebago?" We had a fucking great time. Great time. We were down there twice a year. Football, great time. Great time.
Everybody's from Jersey down there.
It's great.
It's like you're in
great.
South Philly.
And Johnny goes to Ryder.
Oh, okay.
Close. He's close, Johnny.
You know, my son. We toured West Virginia. We went down there. I hit, because you probably know from having to commute there. I hit the worst snowstorm I've ever hit in my life. 20 minutes from the campus. So bad, I had to get a hotel room 20 minutes from where I already had a hotel room and paid for it. I couldn't get my car. I was stuck.
The drive's like, it gets rough.
What, from West Virginia?
Yeah.
You know
going into Morgantown.
Well, we got Johnny on film now. What do you think
Johnny,
your dad? Does your dad give you motivational speeches or what? Get in the microphone.
He's a ball breaker.
No, he's real motivational. He's good. He's good. Yeah.
He's a ball breaker.
But it works, because when I give my son life advice, it's like I'm torturing.
So listen. So can I say something?
Go ahead.
All right. So
here we go.
So the other night I'm sitting on the couch watching TV. We're going to talk about like incidents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Heather's, my wife's sleeping, and
First time
Melina's up.
Yeah.
He's coming back from college, and he's in the car. He's in the Acura, right? And I get a phone call. Dad. I'm like, what's the matter, John? I hit a deer. I'm like, John, don't break balls. Like, I'm watching his show because he's the biggest ball breaker. And then I hear the Acura guy come through. Is everything okay? Do you need emergency assistance? Where do I jump up? This kid really hit a deer.
Right.
The deer hit him. I said the deer hit him. Which is true. The deer jumped out. It did. So we go back. The deer's dead. We come back. So I'm like, drive back to the house. Don't worry about it. Don't get out. I don't want you to get out. Come back to the house. So now I'm saying to myself, I'm thinking like the insurance is going to go up, right? I'm starting to think like, the way I grew up. Insurance is going to go up. Should I say I was driving? Right? Maybe he's not driving. He's like, yeah, you were driving. Say you were driving. Then I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, but the recording came through with the Acura guy. So my luck, I'll get pinched.
Get arrested
I'll
for
say
that.
I was driving, and then they'll pull the tape, and then I'll get pinched for that. 20,000 in damage. Deers will kill your car, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
I tell you,
20,000
19,000 damage, crazy. The insurance adjuster said, do yourself a favor. Don't swerve out of the way. Hit the deer.
Yeah.
Bit of advice. I'm not kidding. Hit the deer. Because if you swerve out of the way and hit something else, you're
Oh yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Hit the
But
deer,
deer,
you're good.
it's like when you crack a windshield.
So Johnny
there's no,
hit the deer. He did good.
no
he braced
fault.
himself. Yeah, you're exactly. It's comprehensive. You're
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
But I was gonna say, you know what made me not want to send my son to University of West Virginia? See if you even remember this. They're giving you the tour, and you know who is their claim to fame, like celebrity alumni?
Who?
Don Knotts.
From
Get the hell out.
Mr. Furley from
So
Three's
who
Company.
cares?
Yeah,
he's from West Virginia.
Yeah, he went to the college. So
Dude.
they have a street named
Dude,
after him going
I
through
don't even-
campus.
He's from the
tonight.
Andy Griffith show, right?
We never
Yeah.
really did a tour. We just went up with Anthony. Me and Stretch went up there, and
Saw
we
hot
were
girls
just
and you
driving
were in.
around. And I was like, wow.
Was there
like,
pretty girls there too?
A ton. And I was like, wow, like I could have did this. I could have came to this college. Did this. And then we seen the frat house across the street, and I just was like, yo, my man, can we come in there and check out the frat house? We want to come over there and They're like, come on in. And then Anthony became a what do they call that when he become a
Student?
college? No, that
He
too.
joined a frat.
I went to Walker's
Was he fraternity
and Turner's-
brother?
Walker's
Was he a
and Turner's
fraternity brother?
University.
Did he like become a
Fraternity,
fraternity?
yeah,
Yeah.
became- yeah.
Are you doing
Yeah.
fraternity?
No.
No,
See, that's an.
no. Ride or nothing. Ride or die.
I'm
Nothing.
not going to hear
Their
him
biggest-
talking into no mic.
Well, get to the mic if you
You got to get in front of the mic.
If you're
dude.
going to talk to us, you got to
It's,
be
it's
on
more
mic.
of like a bar school.
Yeah.
It's good.
You're always in the bars.
Yeah.
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 I bet you.
Thursday
I bet
night's
you if
a
he
big
was.
night.
You think
Thursday
he?
night's a
Did
big
you ever
think he'd be
visit?
on the
Did you
beat
ever
at the
visit?
pool
Did you
at
ever
Tampa?
visit
He
you
was
Tampa?
great, Tampa.
No.
No, none of your
I heard
friends
it's
went
nice,
there.
though.
Did you hear?
Yeah,
Did you hear about his son Luke? He goes to Tampa and they got the pool in the bikinis. He won't go to the pool. He doesn't-
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's funny when they
I
promote
don't know what's good with
Tampa.
that.
When they
He
promote
said there's
these,
too many girls there
when they
tanning,
promote
not
these-
interested.
Too many girls.
It's
Too
all-
many.
It's all tanning.
we got to have a talk with the kid. That's all right. When they promote these schools, they show Tampa. That's what they do. They show the pool. They show everything.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy. It's nuts.
loving it.
What else you got there, Joe?
All right.
Joe, what do you got over here, Joe?
Come on,
We're,
give
we're
us
like
some
we're
stuff.
just like
We're
you
just
know you're gonna be like
So
Jimmy
Gene,
Kimmel and ask
so
us
Gene,
questions.
let's come to Gene
like
here because if you got anything going on right now in your life that connects with South Jersey, Philly, and don't burn what you're going to talk about on the next episode, but like what's going on with the
DFX.
DFX? Do you even say Sound and Light anymore? It's just
Nah,
DFX.
It's just DFX.
How many
It
times
sounds
did the
better.
company's name change over the
It
years?
started out when I was 18 as Dynamite DJs. We
Yeah.
had a card with a stick of dynamite. It exploded.
Nice,
But it was so stupid when I got to like 25.
That
but
worked?
like, huh? Yeah.
that worked,
Well, Mike hated it, my partner, you know,
Uh-huh.
because it was Dynamite. But then we were Dynamite FX.
right?
Then we're Dynamite Sound and Light.
Uh-huh.
Dynamite DFX Sound Vision. Now we're just DFX.
Is that
and everybody's
why-
always like, what does D stand for? I'm like, yeah, Dynamite.
Is that why there's like you have like 30 Instagram pages? I'm
I
like,
know.
you
You
got like
dude,
9
it's
of
so
them.
funny that he said that.
Is he that popular?
He's got like
Vito
so many
has one
different ones.
Instagram page.
No,
I
'cause
can't get Johnny to take a picture of a cannoli. It's amazing.
I think
Yo,
it's because
God.
Gene changes the name all the time. He has to get a new Instagram.
Well, the worst part is I made half of them and I can't even, I don't know the passwords anymore.
delete the
You gotta
delete
Well, you
the
can't.
old.
They have my old emails. Like my emails changed like 3 different times, so I can't even remember. I can't even get it. I get no because it says go to your email so you can change the code.
Uh-huh.
It goes nowhere.
That's fine. It's fine. I catch shit because I've had 90 different podcasts.
Well,
We'll get
at
shit,
Joe
we'll get
Matarese,
shit
Joe
for this.
You're still at it. You're still at it.
You can
guys.
still
Keep
going.
coming back to podcast. It's been I haven't done a podcast in like
Well,
5
just think,
years.
Joe. You started in South Jersey behind the bar at your house doing imitations. Look at you now.
Yeah, look at
You're
me
an
now.
owl in front of a microphone.
At Vito's
At
in front of
Vito's,
a
it's-
cheap sign.
That's not.
Hey,
Hey, that's
looks
not nice,
good, that
dude.
side.
no, but I want to hear what's going on. Is there any drama at DFX Sound and Light right now?
No.
Gotta be.
Well, there always is. I mean, everybody hates everybody. You know, they say they
Why is he asking him about if there's any drama going on at his work? Why would
Well,
he do that?
he must have advanced knowledge, but you know, I'm really. This is really interesting to me. Like, first off, Johnny Flea is amazing. Like,
Yes.
he's like a real dude, like a successful dude. These guys own businesses. You know what I mean? They're making bank. Like,
Johnny
Gee-
Flea, that his work here and ownership of this pizzeria is only his side job.
right.
He has some other big thing that he does.
Yeah. No, you can tell he's a money man. But the thing is, Gene also, like, I sort of belittled media services companies, but like he just alluded to being like an actual or former DJ.
Yes.
I love DJs. I work with DJs all the time, and I'm a former DJ. But the thing is, that's very lucrative. Like when you do weddings and proms, I used to be part of that world, and it's very, very lucrative. Like, you know, like thousands and thousands of dollars an event. Like,
Right.
so these guys are like real dudes. They're successful dudes. And like Joe is sort of like the free spirit artist in the group. Like, but you know, like Joe hasn't gone the route of these people. Like these people have like real jobs. Joe is a comedian, which is a real job, especially when you're at Joe's level. But I'm really impressed with these guys who are, because it's not easy to do a podcast. People can come on and be real lame too, and they're not being lame.
No, not at all.
And as this is evolving organically, like I see that what I want to do is likely cover this, and then I'd like to cover who are these podcasts coverage of Joe's podcast, because I want to see how they do compared to us. And also I want to see their commentary about it. And also I haven't watched their coverage of this podcast, but I saw a subheadline, a subtitle of it or something, and they were like, Joe's worst podcast yet. This is like by far not his worst podcast. Like,
yeah, that's true.
This is actually compelling on a different level. So I want to, not compelling like, wow, like let's all aspire to like what they're talking about, but like actually because these are guys that have lived real lives and have raised families, are secure in their masculinity, their sexuality, their fatherhood, their husbandry. Like they are these are real people, man, and I love people, and I respect these guys, and I respect Joe too. Like, so I'm not like, I want to see who are these podcasts do, because those do, and we'll get into like our history with them, but like with who are these podcasts, but I'm likely going to want to see their coverage of this for numerous reasons that I've just said, and I want to see how this evolves. I like this podcast. I'd like to see Joe doing podcasts. Joe with a podcast is a happy Karen.
Okay. All right, let's see. We've only been 10 minutes into this, so far it's good. Maybe it continues to be good. I also want to mention that after 2 weeks, he has 401 views.
Episode 1 has 401 views.
Yeah, and it was just over 300 a few days ago. After 2 weeks, so
that's what we've been averaging. Like, like we've been in the 400 range. Like we combine our show with a segment, and you cue it up. You combine the segment and the show, you get like your views. We've had some in the 600-700 range. Formerly, when we were on Facebook, we would get sometimes as high as like 1,500. But I don't think Facebook numbers work the same way as YouTube. YouTube is like real, man. It's like you have to scrape and scrap for every stream number that you get on YouTube. So not that I like secretly care about that. I mean, we want to have viewers and all. I would do this with no viewers. I would still do this because I love it. But it's interesting that I remember one time talking to Joe and saying like, before we were starting to get like 1,500 and stuff like that on some shows, went on Facebook on the original MWOT. I remember I would talk to Joe frequently on the phone, not frequently, but like sometimes. And he was asking me to stop doing MWOT. And I was like, Joe, like, it's getting like 500, 600, 700 streams a show. And he's like, oh, that's cool. Like, that's what mine is getting. Like, so I would like to see Joe. I would like to see this podcast blow up. This one we're watching. We want to be successful. If we're not, no big deal. We are so grateful for you guys that do support us. But I didn't know he had like 400 for episode 1. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is and it isn't. I mean, for somebody like Joe Matarese, who, is currently in comedy fairly regularly, and has a lot of followers. And then also each of these two guys also has friends, and I'm sure they're promoting it as well. And so you really wonder, like, why isn't much more than that?
Well, I'll tell you why. It's not much more.
It's new is one thing, but go ahead.
No, and he's actually being more revealing than normal here. The real reason, the fault, Joe's low numbers, the reason why we have similar numbers to Joe doesn't go to his full potential. In other words, if we were doing late stage greatness, it would have thousands and thousands of views. Okay.
Right. Yeah, it would
Because
probably
people-
build to that. Yeah.
Because people would like, this is very segmented. It's very about this family and these areas. Like late stage greatness, like is like I pitched him was that, Joe, this is a comeback story that everybody can relate to. Okay. And Joe's at fault here. And Joe's numbers are the result of him not being totally authentic, not going for it, turning down something like late stage greatness pitched by Karen from Philly. Like, but I'm not going to be sour. I'm here. This is what we do. We cover Joe, and I'm enjoying this. And I want to keep going. Like, I'm enjoying this. Johnny Flea is great and is the breakout star of this show so far.
Okay. We're at 21 minutes in. The total time is just under an hour.
They talk to you like they like you, but then I go, I'm the owner.
Right.
I'm sure you hear this shit all the time too. Then all of a sudden you hear this person, they told me they were going to do something and they don't do it, or they don't like it. Gene's an asshole, that kind of stuff.
Alex did that yesterday.
Yeah.
I got in a big fight with him yesterday.
We're
He
busy.
didn't want to go to the bank. I'm working. They call me. You don't want to go to the bank. I said, the driver go. I screaming, cursing, crazy at him.
What about life? Like, what's going on?
I don't know.
Do you like living in South Jersey?
I like it, but I got all my kids still live at my house, and I have a 3-bedroom home. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm 27, 22.
But your daughter
She's in college,
she's
but she
living
comes
there.
back. Yeah, but she comes back.
They're
like
all
every
coming
other
back.
weekend.
They're all gonna
They're
come
never
back.
leaving.
They're never going to leave. It's
I
just
love
sad.
having them.
It's so sad. I was 18. I was out on my own. It's sick. They're all coming back. I can't even sell my house to downsize.
Yeah.
I got to worry about this clown coming back.
Dude, they can't afford nothing in the world. The houses are too expensive.
You're scaring me now, guys. Because
Well,
you guys
I mean,
are
I
at that
love 'em. I
next
love 'em.
stage.
Yeah, I love having them, but how can you
I'm
afford
already
a house?
planning the downsize.
How can you afford a house, dude, today? If you're coming out of college, right? The houses are $400,000
Oh,
to
I
start
know.
with interest rates. You're paying
That's crazy.
$3,000 a month.
I live in New York. It's even crazier. A shitty house where I live is $1 million. Shitty, not a nice one.
But we all get along great. It's fun. We have a great time. We all get about we and the boys talk all the time. Yeah.
God, I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, keep going. What else is going on in the
Okay.
show? Nothing happening. It's cold. It's been freezing for
It's
a month and a
depressing,
half.
Joe. It's
It
depressing.
sucks.
He was in Florida. I mean, you trying to jerk everybody off?
Yeah.
He was in Florida. I mean, that's
Yeah,
depressing.
you go. He
I'm
texts
going
you
back.
text me from the boats and
I'm
stuff.
going back in the next week. I go to Miami for 2 weeks.
God bless you.
I love going down there. in
I
the
can't
winter.
go to Camden.
Yeah, so remember that was when he went down just recently. That was when he went down just recently to Florida again.
This is very interesting. Joe's asking Gene about his life, sort of not going into his own.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
and Johnny Flea is right there saying, "Hey, Joe, you're jerking us off over here." You know what I mean?
no,
Like,
I
come
love
on.
it. They
like-
call him out immediately. That was one of the first, when you asked me, do you want to say anything about it? What was the one thing I said about this podcast at the very beginning? That you're gonna like these two guys. So, it's true. They're good.
I wanna go to Vito's Pizza. Okay, like let's not make it like, because sometimes we go to these places where Joe is, and we don't just do it for Joe. Like,
Yeah, no.
I've explained that, like, I'm friends with Mike Rainey, who's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, and comedian Mike Rainey, and podcaster from Dad Meat and so many other things, author comedian Mike Rainey, and he recommended a pizza shop in a stream and a hoagie shop, and me and you went there,
Yeah.
and we said,
Yeah.
hey, we found out about this place because of Mike Rainey, and they're like, we love Mike.
Yeah.
But I go to these places that Joe frequents and go like, hey, we saw you on Joe Matarese's stream or something, and it turns into like, Karen is like stalking us or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's not just Joe. Like, I like I want to go to Vito's Pizza and soak it in, and like maybe talk to Johnny Flea and say, hey man, I'm a fan. I saw you on whatever.
Yeah, that's
but
all.
Then he goes, oh, like, then he'll go to Joe and be like, there was some trans chick here named Karen.
And
then Joe's like, oh no, she's a troll. She tried to rob our house one night. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, like don't talk to her. Yeah, don't talk to her. Like, she drove by our house illegally one time or something like that.
That never happened.
I know. I'm just saying, like, hey, listen, Joe badmouths me and I'm in comedy again. Joe badmouths me. Okay, I know about it, and tells people not to work with me. Like, I gotta get in contact with Paul Spratt one more time. I'm gonna try Paul. Like, he's doing something big or something, like some kind of America's Got Talent thing or something. And like, I want to like just talk, like, to me, like, these people are stars, man. And like, Matt Bellis, we went in and we talked about last episode. Chris from Aston Mass, like, these people are stars to me. Like, they're larger than life. Johnny Flea is larger than life to me. Like, so and I love to eat. So like, I want to go to Vito's Pizza and enjoy, but like, I can't, because like when I'm there,
don't say anything, or go as a guy, go dressed as a guy.
No,
and then you can say,
I want to go there, and I'll go there and say, hey, I'll do the same thing we did at the pretzel shop, which is to say, hey, we saw you on Joe's stream or show or whatever, and we loved you, because when Joe went to the pretzel shop and talked to the chick that owns it and took over her father's business, we went there again. We had already gone there before Joe.
Right.
And the best pretzels in Philadelphia. And we were like, hey, we really admire your story and we think you're great. And we'd love to have you on the show someday, but you don't have to do that. But we just want to tell you up front, Joe isn't going to be like down with this. And she ignored my email inviting her, or just saying, hey, we really loved your imagine somebody writes you. I wrote this woman from this pretzel store and was like, hey, I really admire your story. I think you're great. It was awesome seeing you on the show. And she blows me off because she probably goes back to Joe.
Yeah.
And he says whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not right. It's not right. Because all I did was like love Joe. And I get it and I don't. I get it and I don't. Like, I get it and I don't. But like, listen, I'm going to be a customer at Vito's Pizza, and you know what I mean? Like, that's first and foremost. Secondly, I'm just going to say I want to see it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I want to see it. I want to taste the food. I want to see Johnny Flea and say, hey man, I saw you on Three Guys in a Booth or whatever it's called, and I thought you were great. And then like maybe just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, like, I'm authentic with the people. I think you're great, this and that. Then Joe badmouths me, and then it makes it look like I went there just to be sinister.
Yeah, and that's not all what you're doing. That's not at all what you're doing.
And that's not what I'm doing at all.
It could be the further from the truth, honestly.
Right. Joe makes it sinister.
Right, he does. Yeah, it is true.
Okay. And that's not right, Joe. Like, that's not really right, because what you're doing is you want what I'm planning to do. Johnny Flea wants what I'm planning to do. You are at Vito's Pizza in a promotional scenario, and it's working. I want to go. Like, so I'm not the enemy for wanting to go to Vito's Pizza. Like, it's not, I'm not going to like, do it so that we can ridicule Johnny Flea or any kind of thing like that.
Right. Of course not.
And also these are landmarks for me. Like Vito's Pizza right now is like, I can't wait to go there.
Right.
Because I want to experience it. I think the thing that I should do is, well, I would like to go to a taping there, but like that gets Joe nervous and he never answers me when I say like, hey man, there's a show coming up this spring, I think. And that Benny MF, and Benny has a new show out too, Culture Cheese, on his own channel. Our guest from, I think it was episode 43, Benny MF, who's done the show probably about 4 times at the minimum. And Benny, who used to do Pod Cheese, has a great new show out. And Benny is very popular and very talented. Benny and me are likely to go to a show of Joe's where I'm not going to be like, Joe, hey, is it okay if I come? Because I'm just going to come and not even deal with Joe. I want to see Joe perform. Like, I've seen Joe perform. I enjoy it. And I got to get this going with Joe, like, because you know what? I'm going to ask him again if I can open that show.
Yeah.
It's in the springtime. I don't know, like April or May or something like that. Like I forget what. Okay. Yeah, but Benny, I don't know if you know this. Benny is doing a show again with Josh and
Josh that we met. Josh that we met on this podcast.
No, Josh Bennett.
Okay.
His co-host on Pod Cheese.
Oh, okay.
They have a new show now. I believe it's called Culture Cheese. Okay. They have a built-in audience. Like they're good. And you know, I think Benny's great, and I would love to go to that show with Benny. And you know, I just want to see Joe perform again for us, and I would love to talk to Joe. And I'm going to ask him, not if I can go. I can go if I want. I learned the lesson. Joe performed at a theater down the street from me, and I asked him if he would mind if I went, and he never answered me, and I just scrapped it. But I didn't go, and that hurt my feelings a lot because it was down the street from my house. Okay, and like, you know, I got to get this thing settled with Joe, like somehow, some way, like, he's so controlling though. He, you know, like he, you know, that it's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay. I'm going to ask him if I can open up for him again. Like I'm doing really well in stand up. I just want to do a guest spot. There's no money involved. It's just, even though there's like, it's a set lineup, you just come out, you do 5 minutes, man. I could crush 5 minutes anywhere. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Like and I
think he might be worried.
I'm not going to say his name. I saw somebody I like kind of write online. I'm not going to pursue it with him. It's fine. He's a really cool dude. Write online about like comics who say they crush or something, and what was the crowd size and all this stuff. Let me explain to you why I always say I crush, okay? Because first off, I do get laughs, but I have such a respect for creativity that the whole process, man, going up there, doing it, getting laughs, not just settling for a night of TV, it's all encompassing. That's crushing. Okay? Living your art is crushing. So I will always come to you guys, and I put the videos up, and not every joke hits, but I will always tell you I crushed, because just to go up there is a beautiful thing. Like, it's very involved. You could flop terribly, but you can still be funny if you're flopping. So it like, and I've crushed big theaters, like, you know, big comedy clubs, like I've crushed, but like, I don't belittle an open mic appearance. And I've told you guys, I love a single laugh from the corner of the room as much as I love a whole room laughing. So if I make one person laugh, that means it's funny. Maybe everyone else didn't think it was funny, but somebody found it funny. So it's funny. Okay? And that's crushing. Because something from your art you've offered out, put out into the ether, and somebody enjoys it, and also you've lived your art. So to that person that wrote that, and I'm not mad at them, and I love them, I think they're great. Like, and I didn't jump on online and say it because like I don't want to get into an online battle about comedy. There's nothing lamer than doing that. That's the nature of saying I crushed.
Yeah, and you do crush actually in the real sense of it as well, because
Yeah,
people
yeah.
laugh and there's cascading laughter, and you have great timing, and there's so many other elements.
Yeah, I really like comedy. I've been doing it infrequently, like every week, once a week, or at the most twice a week, and I haven't done it for a couple weeks now. But I really like where I am in stand up right now, because like when I was in stand up before as my main thing, like it was very destructive, drugs and alcohol, like that way. And also just like, hey, and I got booked a lot, but I'd be like, why is that person getting booked like that? Or why do they look like, I would do a show with a really good clean comic, or a comic that like presented better, like cleaner cut, like, and all this kind of stuff. Whereas I looked like, with the hoodie on and the scully on and all that stuff, like like A.D. Amorosi, a writer in a newspaper in Philly, used to say, like, I look like when I was doing comedy, I looked like I was there to rob the place, like, you know what I mean? So I can recall doing shows with like cleaner cut people, and after, like, they would do great, I would do great, but then after the show, they would walk up to the other guy and go like, oh, hi, I work for X Industries and we are doing a corporate event and we'd love to have you. And I would be like, I would know why I wasn't being talked to like that, but like it would like bother me. Like, okay, like, so, okay, like I got laughs too, but like I'm not appropriate or something, like, so I'm not in that like realm anymore with comedy, because first off, I'm working a little bit cleaner and less, like, I used to want to like be controversial and stuff. I'm not in that mindset anymore. But I'm also not like comparing myself to other, like, I don't do that anymore in my creativity. Like a lot of my friends are doing really well and I'm so happy for them, but I don't go like, why are they doing so great and I'm not? Like, I might go like, hey, I would love to do as great as my friends, but I'm not going like, hey, why did they make it and I didn't, or something. You know why they made it? Because they did what it took to make it. Like,
Yeah, you're always very genuinely happy for anybody who makes it, because that's their art. Like, you always say that, and you're happy that they're expressing their art and doing well
yes,
with it, and that makes you feel good
it does, babe.
to
It
watch
does.
it in someone else, because you love that.
But back when I was in comedy and I was still like that, I gave stage time to so many comics. But the like the big club in town, and I performed there and did well there and opened up for some big names there. But the big club in town didn't like me because of my drug use and stuff like that, or whatever. And like, I just felt like real rebellious and real angry, kind of, not angry, but like, I felt like an outsider always, like, or something like that. Like, like, in fact, I even described the big comedy club, like, because after a while they wouldn't book me. and I was working. I was on major market radio as a frequent guest on a show, and like the guy said to me, the DJ said to me, the radio personality said to me, "Well, I don't understand. What's the story there with that place?" And I've said this before, and I'd said like how I came to grips with it was like I was like, dude, imagine you drive by a country club, and you understand that like you're not part of it. That's how I was with the main comedy club in town. Even though I could have gone there and done amazing and did amazing there sometimes.
Of course.
Although I did flop there one night with a small crowd, and the owner saw it when they first opened. But that's not the issue. At this particular club, and I don't want to get into it, but at this particular club, the general manager who was in charge of booking wanted to book me to host there for a weekend. Okay, the guy was in charge of booking, and the owner overruled him. Okay, and said, no, don't book Danny. Okay, and that really hurt. It made me cry. Like it just made me cry because I was like, you know, it made me cry at the time because I worked so hard at comedy back when I was in it. And there's nothing in comedy now that would make me cry. That's really the gist of what I'm saying. Like I'm in it now strictly for the art, strictly for the fun of it, strictly to make friends. And that's being proven. That's what I'm doing. Have you heard me go like, hey, they didn't book me yet?
Never.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So
it's not important to you at all. It's not what you're doing. It's not why you're doing this. It's clear that that's not why you're doing this.
Yeah, I'm really doing like I said it on the last show. Performing in a Red Bar shirt was like one of the biggest thrills of my comedy career, and it was at an open mic with like 20 people. You know, a really cool open mic but it was 20 people. It was one of the most fun nights I ever had in comedy ever. So I'm here to have fun now and be in my art.
Right, and that's really what you're doing. I mean, it's obvious that that's what you're doing. That's the main purpose of this. So it's great. Ready to continue?
Oh yeah.
Sick.
So,
I can't.
So what's the drama here at Vito's or all your other businesses?
What's the drama here? What's the drama here?
Nothing. I got in a fight with Alex yesterday about going to the bank. I'm working.
You have a day job.
I got
you have
a very important day job.
Yeah.
We got this. We got some other things cooking. Meet Stevie Guns and some good close friends.
And his food's
We're not going to
incredible.
say yet.
So
We're going to eat this chicken
The food's
parm. The chicken
incredible.
parm's amazing.
Yeah. So what do we got here?
You want me to cut this?
Yeah.
Oh, to serve you, Joe.
No, you don't have to serve me, but tell everybody what it
A
is.
chicken parm over penne.
It's a chicken parm
This is
over
tradition.
penne. What do you
Wow.
charge for that?
What do
here
you
at Vito's
charge
Pizza?
for
Is this a
that?
popular dish?
$48.
What's the most?
It was sold
Price
the
just
blue
went
light
up today.
special. It's a blue light special today. It's $14.
Price just went
Wow.
up today.
What's the most?
Everything's good here, Joe.
But what's the most popular dish that you sell the most?
Pizza
The pizzas.
and the dinners.
Which dinner is the most popular?
I think chicken parm's probably popular.
A chicken parm.
Chicken
dinner.
Marcel was popular.
You know, you can't get chicken parm in Italy. They don't make chicken parm.
Why not?
It's just an American dish. You
They
can't
don't.
get restaurant. They don't have.
They
They don't
said,
have
I'm
it.
going to Italy in June with the kids. They said if a good friend of mine said if they have chicken parm in the restaurant, don't go there.
Yeah. They
No,
don't
I'm
even.
being dead serious.
They don't even know what it is.
And that came from a good Jewish friend of mine,
Really?
and who goes there every year.
Really?
He said if they have chicken parm, don't go there.
Yeah, it's Americanized.
What part of Italy are you going to?
I'm going to Rome,
Mhm.
right, John,
Love it.
for 2
Heard of
days.
Rome's
I'm
awesome.
going. You have no idea.
I'm spilling this all over the
Don't
phone.
get on
I'll
the
wipe it,
don't
don't
get
worry.
on the trains there.
I'm going to Rome. I'm
Don't
going
take a
to
train in
Florence. Did you ask? Can I finish?
Yeah, let him talk.
I'm going to Rome, Florence, and Sorrento, and
Oh,
then the
nice.
coast right there.
A couple
Amalfi.
of
And then I got to come home and work for the next 10 years straight.
You got to make up all the money you
everything off.
spent out there.
That costs a fortune.
True thing.
Yeah,
True
we
story.
just went down there. We were down on the Amalfi Coast.
You said
I'll
that.
be so
We
excited
seen
about
all
the
that.
food.
You were. What's it called?
Yo, John.
Oh, you saw the videos?
Freaking awesome.
What's it called?
Amalfi Coast.
No. with the play Ithaca.
Ischia.
Ischia.
That's where your family's from, right, Joe?
Ischia is off the coast of Naples.
That's where your family's from.
My dad's family's from there. Yeah.
So what happened?
Look how excited he is.
I'm over here drooling.
What happened?
That's what I always tease my dad about. Can you imagine? Like, this island couldn't have been more beautiful, right? You can see it from Naples. You go there and you think, and I saw my great grandmother's house and my great grandfather. I didn't find his house, but they met here in New York at a Ischia American Club. They both came over, and I guess when they were like 18, 19, they met. But can you imagine like living on a beautiful island back then, and you can't get work, and you got to leave and come to America, and he ends up living Chester, Pennsylvania, is where they ended up getting married and raising a family and everything. And I'm like, can you imagine? That would be like if we grew up in, Hawaii or like Boca, and then we ended up in Newark.
Yeah, like why would you do that? I would never have left.
Can you imagine how miserable you would be, though?
Very miserable.
Wouldn't you? I would bitch nonstop.
Yeah, we went. My family.
But that's like every story, right? That whole, which is nice to hear. They come here, they move over here.
Did your family?
I guess we would do it.
Was your parents Philly too?
I'm Sicilian in Calabrese.
Yeah.
But my great grandmother's from Italy. So my dad's grandma.
Yeah, same with mine.
My grandma's from Italy.
Yeah, me too.
Are you trying to find any family over there when you go?
I mean, the couple people went and they took a couple pictures of, I guess, a building that said Fioravanti. It's not a common name. But I mean, if I come across it, I'm not going to go.
Is that how you say it? Fioravanti?
Fioravanti, yeah. It means, I think it means pretty flowers.
Makes sense. Look at you.
It's good.
Good chicken parm. Pasta's awesome. The sauce. The gravy, as we call it.
The gravy. Go there.
So we got the chicken parm.
Joe's parents called it sauce.
Sauce. Well, guess what? A lot of Italians call it sauce. I mean, my grandmother made gravy. South Philly called gravy, right? I mean, we grew up together.
Grandma, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Sunday gravy, we're having gravy.
At 4 o'clock in the morning was already been made. The meatball, the sausage.
We tell stories about that. Me and Johnny Gons and Steve used to come in my house, and even older friends I have too, from out drinking all night. 5 o'clock in the morning, I would walk in. My grandmother, I think my grandmother slept on the couch for 20 years.
Yeah.
I swear to God. I used to come in, Ma, come on. Got to get up. We're hungry. She jumped right up and opened the refrigerator and everything was in it.
Did she have the plastic covers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I sleep and I get the little mark on your face.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Everything was in it. And we had the old pictures. Remember the painted pictures?
Oh, yeah.
Nice Venice. We have Venice over the couch.
Felt everything.
But
felt.
Yeah. Oh, red.
Yeah,
red,
beautiful.
black felt.
I mean,
picture.
listen, my grandmother had wallpaper. It was raised.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel
It felt, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Did you ever move it? I moved into a house like that where you had to try to get all the wallpaper off.
Yeah.
It's fucking
it's horrible.
bitch.
And then my father, God rest his soul, I took over his room when he got married, the second time, right? And it was all wallpaper of movie stars. Judy Garland, Humphrey Bogart, black and white, the room was.
Really?
Black and white wallpaper. Wallpaper was a big thing back then.
Oh, yeah. He had
Even my first
He
house.
had celebrity wallpaper.
Celebrity wallpaper, crazy. Dynamite.
What kind of car did your dad drive when he was?
My dad drove Cadillacs.
Yeah,
He
dude,
loved-
it's so
he loved
funny.
Mercedes.
My dad had a
drove
Cadillac
Cadillacs.
every 3 years, new Cadillac, and he had 8-track tapes of Frank
The
Sinatra with
best.
his windows
I
down,
talk
up and down
about
the
it all
street.
the time.
All the time, man.
I used to jump in the car and get on when I couldn't drive and jump on the armrest, no seatbelt, pick me up.
Yeah, they stopped you like this,
He
right?
would put his arm on me like this, like it was the armrest.
Yeah.
And he had a box with Barry White. The 8-track was blue. Sonny and Cher, I listened to. Lou Rawls.
Lou Rawls.
Listen to me.
Lou
The
Rawls.
best. That's how I grew
You'll
up,
never
the best.
find.
We put in the best.
Go ahead.
This is great.
But
This is great.
I-
Okay. It's maybe boring to like the average person, maybe,
who's
perhaps.
not part of this,
First off, Johnny Flea is amazing. He's
Yeah.
looks
No.
extremely successful.
Yeah.
He alluded to a day job that he didn't want to go into.
Yeah.
And he called it a very important job.
Yeah, it is actually. I found his Facebook, and he's got a very important job.
He's got other things, irons in the fire.
Yeah.
Gene's a business owner.
Yeah.
Joe probably is comparing himself to this guy. Joe's, these guys are miles away from ever saying, you wish you had a rich wife. Like, okay.
Completely.
Yeah, these are self-made men, family men,
right.
providers.
Yeah.
Providers.
Okay? And they're not clueless at all.
And they know they have that over Joe. Joe is like a little bit, Joe has their respect as they should, but they know that Joe is a creative type. Okay.
Yeah.
And unless you really make it big in entertainment, like, you're not going to make a lot of money. But I feel Joe makes a good amount of money in combination with his wife, and I think they're wealthy. But like, Johnny Flea is coming off as a really successful guy.
Yeah.
And this is interesting to me.
Not cocky, which I really love that about him. Like, he's
nice. Just a down to earth dude.
Yeah, he's really nice. Yep.
But knows how to make a buck.
Yeah, he knows how to make a buck and would stand up for his family and friends no matter what, and tell somebody to sit down if they were inappropriate. But if you know him and you're his friend, and everybody gets along, he just looks like a great friend. I mean, and a hardworking man.
So I'm really impressed with this. And remember how I said I wanted to organically see, like, to me, and we'll get into it, the guys from Who Are These Podcasts are dicky, and I want to see their dicky comments about these guys. Okay. Like, that's the only thing I was telling you the other day. Like that's just going to be a story too. And we'll see how it plays out organically. Mm-hmm. But me personally, I admire people that are doing their passion. Mm-hmm. and are entrepreneurs. And these are two entrepreneurs here.
Yeah. They work hard.
And Joe is a creative type, and he has my respect too, greatly. Okay, but and Joe has these guys' respect too. They've done this for him.
Yes, that is true that they are doing this for him. They're getting a little bit in return, but go ahead.
Yeah, Gene is promoting his business. Mm-hmm. Johnny Flea is promoting his business, but this is really for Joe. Like, okay, but I'm really digging this, like, because basically it's giving me access to Joe's life, but I'm enjoying these other people, and like, these are the new stars. These guys are like Gene Esposito and Johnny Flea are like the modern day Ron Poliquin and Chris from Ashland. Like, and I love
these guys are much more interesting. And
no, I'm not saying that. I love Chris and I love Ron.
I didn't get a chance to know them, so I'm not gonna comment.
No, but they faded to the back, and we want them to be more in the forefront again, of course. But like, like right now, these people are stars to me. I'm sorry.
I told you, that's what I said. You asked me for one thing about the podcast. What do I have to say? And I said they're likable. I mean, I didn't want to get into it too much, but I really like them. And it makes me want to keep tuning in, just to see what they're going to say.
Oh, I can't wait. I love this podcast. Like, this is great. Like, and we're going to get that chick Parm, man. I'm going to get a pic with Johnny Flea. We're going to, look up DFX's website. We're going to, these dudes are it, man. Like, this is the new flame. Like, this is fire.
Okay.
This is Blaze.
It's just, if they had really great content that would apply to, like, they should just make it like, growing up, stories of growing up, or stories of guys that didn't quite fit in while growing up, like, you know what I mean? And then just keep like doing something like that and what it's like now, after not fitting in when growing up or struggling and
Yeah.
how we overcome struggles. Like they need like a good topic, and then they'd be really great. But this topic is not. There's no longevity in this. Eventually, they're going to run out of stories.
I'm sorry, I beg to differ.
Okay.
The story here is their realness, their authenticity.
They are, and I love that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm really vibing off of, man. Like, I'm ready for the Johnny Flea show. Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, because he's really funny and he's not afraid to tell Joe, like, hey, buck up over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I want to see how Joe handles this still moving forward.
Yeah.
What I'm communicating is that, like, I'm not here to say that these guys aren't interesting or this is boring. No, these are real people discussing real things, and it's pretty good. Like, if you're but the problem is, like, most people, like, look, no one knows it better than me. Like, people are really busy, okay?
Yeah.
And everyone is running their own movie now, and to get someone to watch your content is super hard.
Yep.
And but I'm here with bells on, and I'm here to support this. I'm here to help. I'm here to enjoy this. I want that chick Parm. I want a picture with Johnny Flea. I want a picture with Gennaro Esposito. And I want to be friends with Joe again. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not here to, like, bug the place or throw a stink bomb in and run away or something. Like, like, I'm here to, like, vibe off it. I'm vibing off this. Like,
yeah, and it's inspiring you.
It is, like, because, and not just Joe. I love entrepreneurs. I love business people. Like,
right.
That's in my family history. Like, business owners, like, and running a business. And I really respect that. And this is great. And that's all I want to say to our viewers and our supporters. I'm not here to clown this, but I tell you what, I want to see what Who Are These podcasts say, because they, I got something to say about that. But go ahead.
He would listen to KYW. I would get in. I would put the tape in. And I was 10 years old at that time. I love that music.
Yeah, how about
and today we love it. We drink
the cases. My dad had like 10 cases, but like 12
tracks,
12 in each, and it was all Sinatra, like
the best.
1 through 50.
To show you how, because you always bust on my family and say we're like the Metagon Italians, right? My dad had his 8-track that he play all the time, The Man from La Mancha. Do you know even know what that is?
What the hell is that? I heard it, but who listens to that?
My dad did.
What was it?
It was like a Broadway play.
I'm telling you, dude.
The
There was
Man
like
from La Mancha.
There was like
anybody?
Yeah.
What was the song from that?
Dude, there was like 5 Italians.
Anyone Google that?
Joe, can I
Naro, Man
Joe,
from La
can I
Mancha?
get a fork?
Did they skip the whole bloodline when it came to your dad? Like, he's Italian, but he's not really. He just lived there.
Well, he, I mean, probably the main event, Sinatra's his favorite. He always had that going with the Howard Cosell
live,
at the beginning.
Live when that came on, we were all singing it live with the people cheering.
Professor Higgins, if you will. I still remember that.
Howard Cosell.
Robert Redford.
Yeah, my dad had to sing. There's Angelo.
Yes, Angelo.
Angelo Capone.
I knew we knew Angelo.
Yeah, Angelo's here.
All right, so let's go ahead to a good
the only one who finished eating is Joe.
Back in the day.
That's
probably
funny,
why
Dave.
this show kind of started. This podcast
is Angelo. I wonder if does Angelo come on, and is Angelo that guy that was really overweight that Joe used to ridicule?
I don't know. I don't think Angelo comes on if he's
all
the overweight guy.
Okay.
The only one who ate was Joe. I think
he scarfed it down, and I can relate to that. Like, Joe's hungry as heck.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't get fed, so.
And that's funny. Johnny Flea was like, Joe, can I get a fork, dude? I mean, take a break for a second and pass me a fork, baby. and it's really interesting, babe. If I had to make a point here, and maybe I quasi alluded to it with I'm ready to watch the Johnny Flea show.
Yeah.
For the 38 years or whatever it is that Joe's been in show business, like he looks like the least comfortable of the three.
Yeah, he does, most definitely.
Like
he always does, though. It's just because he doesn't have a clue about what to do, what his next move should be. He doesn't know even how to eat. If you watch him eat, he's like all awkward. He just is. It's sad that he's like he's so clueless.
Well, what I see is that Joe is like, and I recently watched the Dina and Joe segment again.
Ooh.
And I talked about how like Joe was hung up on this posters wrong concept, and like Joe, I don't know if it's his afflictions or his insecurities, but he's constantly battling being authentic.
Right.
Okay. And like, should I reveal that? Should I do that? Should I do that? Instead of just coming out, like, see, even how he's sitting. Okay. Like if you look at the other guys, they're probably like splayed out, mansplaining
yeah. He is very uncomfortable.
Joe is curled up in a ball almost.
Yeah, he's very uncomfortable.
Arms folded. Like I don't do body language, like, but like sometimes I can read it. Like I see what Joe's doing here. Like he's going like, is this entertaining? Joe, it is entertaining. Now you get involved because right now you're being outshined by Johnny Flea and Gennaro Esposito.
He feels it. He feels it. And they're picking on him, but not in a bad way. But once again, he like that winds up happening every time.
Now maybe he is going, like, hey, on some deep level, I'm not as successful as these guys, or something.
Yeah, and they, yeah.
And look how Johnny Flea was like, and Gennaro Esposito were like, hey, my whole family lives with me, and I think it's great, and I see the kids, and we're all going to Italy and all this stuff.
And the other guy said, like, Johnny Flea said he loves his kids.
Right.
He's got great kids, and Joe's like, I'm thinking of downsizing. You mean the kids are gonna come back? Like, that's,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's different. It's different.
Well, it's different because of the parents.
And Joe, Johnny Flea's son is working at the shop and going to college, and they have that bond, and you know what I mean? And like Joe just is like for years now has been saying, my son just plays video game. You know what I mean? Like there's like it's worse than that. My son plays video games. We saw a bit where Joe was like having a discussion with his son, and he was playing both parts.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Because the son would never think of doing that.
So and this is not a diss of Joe. It's just commentary. Joe is more comfortable. Like these guys can't do what Joe does. Go on Letterman. You understand what I'm saying? Like that would be too much. But Joe knows how to do that. So I'm not saying that they're more talented than Joe. I'm saying in this particular episode, they're more authentic. They're more comfortable. They're more compelling. I'm not hearing Joe really be compelling here.
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
No. He's feeling really awkward, and that's wild because he's done far more podcasts than these guys. Look at the title. We started a podcast, ... and my son won't go to the pool at U Tampa. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's like, Joe, that's like fixing Joe-esque. Like, remember there was like a podcast episode called like I toured Canada and Karen from Philly's dating now, like, or something like.
Yeah.
Like so Joe is really bad at like titles.
Yeah, this is a bad title. But at least he spelled everything right.
Yeah,
and it is like a fixing Joe because he said, "Do you have any advice about what I could tell my son?"
Yeah, well, that's cool too. That's like guy talk, but like, I want to see Joe come alive here. Like, Joe, you got some food in your belly now, okay? Like, you're the star. Take over, Okay, we're about how many minutes are into this hour show? Are we like of this episode of Joe's?
We
About
have
halfway
22 minutes left.
Joe,
And we've
come
been
in
in
and
at 31 minutes already.
save yourself, because I don't like this because of you. I like this because of your guests. I mean, your co-hosts.
Lily, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So save this, Joe, and be the star that you are. Okay, my friend.
Yeah.
Come alive. You got food in your belly. Let's go.
Okay. Oh boy.
Podcast. I don't know if you guys notice of what clips blow up and which. Dude,
Oh God, help us.
some of our videos that did really well in the past, I actually did stand up about the video afterwards, and now I'm posting the stand up about our videos, and now the stand up videos getting all kind of views on social media. Like
the clown and
The clown was a star.
brigantine,
the brigantine,
scalping, the scalping you did, almost in the Navy Yard.
Jumping in the car. I forgot. Stevie reminded me. The night we were out, not to talk about it again, but the night we were out, me and Johnny, me and Steven, and Johnny was getting a shower, and we had to go to Taylor's for the first night. I left out the shoes. He had suede shoes he just bought. So when they got in a fight,
he ruined it.
True story. He didn't ruin nothing. He don't ruin nothing.
He's changed his shoes.
They were about to fight. He kicked off the shoes and put them to the side and then started.
No, he
barefoot
on my father's grave, and I forgot that.
Just not to mess the shoes
I
up.
wanted to reiterate. I wanted to reconfirm, not to mess the shoes up. I swear to God, my father's dead 2 weeks at Valentine's Day. Sorry, I mean 2 weeks, 14 years Valentine's Day.
Why'd you call him Johnny Swades then or something?
No, not me.
What was his name?
Steve.
So why'd you call him Stevie Swades?
Nah, it's hysterical. It's the best.
That's hilarious. I can't believe he took his shoes off. Did he win the fight?
He goes, you forgot this. I don't want to say.
Like
I don't wanna say.
Johnny
One
Flea is
second.
real
Did you
funny
get
here.
fights a lot when you were young?
Go ahead.
Just said something real funny. Like, he's a true Italian. Like, he did like a quasi malaprop. Like, I'm not being picky. I love it. It's an effect. Like, he was like, he's telling the stories. The guy, I swear to my father's grave. He took off his shoes. I just want to reconfirm that. It's actually just confirmed that, but like Tony Soprano-esque, like messing up of terms or whatever. Like this Johnny Flea. Is this the guy that when we had Benny on?
Yeah.
Benny was like, I love this guy.
Yes, and we didn't know why you didn't like it.
As soon as we're done, I'm gonna contact Benny because I at first I thought this guy was like droll, and we ended up editing him out.
And I didn't understand why you felt that way. He's great.
But I'm here now, on board, baby, on board.
A little bit late to the party, but here you are. I'm glad this is.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit I'm wrong. I'm not afraid to admit I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So this is great, and I want to see where Johnny takes us.
These two together are great. Look at the way they're looking at you. These two are really great together. It is hilarious.
Yeah. These are breakout stars. These are breakout stars right now. Joe needs to step up his game. I don't mean that negatively.
And this guy doesn't eat his own food. That's a little concerning, but okay.
Who doesn't eat his own food?
Johnny didn't eat his food.
No, he did. He said he wanted a fork. I saw him take a.
Yeah, but the fork is sitting there. There's nothing. There's still all the food on the plate.
He eats his food. Like sometimes, if you work in a restaurant, you get tired of him.
I
like
know.
That.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
But no, I saw like he knows he has a great food product, and I can't wait to try the chicken parm.
Yeah.
But watch, like they'll put like Joe watches our show. Obviously, we've come, we have evidence, and like Joe will probably be like, if you see a trans girl, kick her out.
Exactly. Yeah, they're gonna get There's probably gonna be when you walk into the pizzeria, there's gonna be like signs up wanted with your face there, so like people will be aware.
Facial recognition, like you gotta go. Sorry, like.
What are you talking to Stan? No,
I'm saying like I just got like downcast for a second, like about how like I'm like persona non grata in this world.
Oof.
It's tough for me because I don't. It's not what's really going on. Like,
it's true. All right, here we go. Look at his face. He cracks me up. Just the two of them together. I love their relationship. They're just like not evil.
good looking dudes.
Yeah. Get beat up, fight people, whatever.
Well, it's funny that you said.
I didn't get beat up that much.
No, look at you.
It's funny that you said he kicked his shoes off.
Listen.
See if Gene remembers this story. So I used to DJ with Gene when I was like 18, 19, 20, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a place we DJ'd. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was. You put the equipment in there too, and it was
Fair Lanes.
It was on the
California
Pike,
East.
maybe.
It was the Fair Lanes when you were sitting.
No, it wasn't a bowling alley. It was a club, and we DJ'd there. And I got in a fight in the parking lot when I was carrying my crates of records out.
Oh, I remember.
Because the guy thought I was looking at his girlfriend. What was the name of that place?
Which you probably were.
It was. He was looking at him.
I don't think I was, but he thought I was looking at his girlfriend, and he came out and he just started fucking swinging at me, and I'm holding the crates of records.
Drop
right?
him.
Wow.
And it literally, he had to swing at me 3 times. This will show you I'm ADD, because that would probably be my name. Would be Joey ADD. Joey ADDs. I don't know.
ADHD.
It took me 3 swings to realize, you can put these crates of records down and fucking defend yourself, asshole.
Did you
right?
I'm
fight?
gonna name you Joey Pain in the Ass. You go to Texas.
Joey texted.
I'm
So-
like, is this guy really texting?
Oh, dude.
So I put the fucking crates of records down, and he
Did
swings.
you hear this comment about the texting? It sounds like he texts this guy like a million times. Did you hear that?
I didn't understand that. What? Play that back if you can.
He said, "Oh, maybe we'll call him Joey texting or something." Did this guy really?
Oh, that's funny.
Again? Yeah. Watch this.
Well, at least Joe is opening up a little bit here.
No, that was Johnny Flea who mentioned that. Yeah,
No, I know. I'm saying,
yeah.
but at least Joe is telling a story.
He's
that's
telling a
interesting.
story. I'll tell you why he's telling a story, because he started off this particular segment with, "Hey, I've been getting views by doing stand up, and then some of the little segments that we're doing, I play them too, and then I do them in stand up and get more views." And then it turns to the other guys, and they're like, it's really the segments that they did that brought in the views, because they start talking about the segments, and it's their stories. It's their stories if you really listened. And now he's trying to tell one of his stories because he felt kind of like
and I want to make a comment that I know is true, sight unseen, without being there or being having an inside scoop. One dynamic that's probably going on is that even though these guys are doing better than Joe, unfortunately, and that's cool. You know what I mean? Hey,
exponentially better. But
Joe was probably make this lighting look like that, put that that way. You two sit there, I'll sit here. You know what I mean? The way he does that, sort of above vibe thing.
Yeah, he's the expert. I just said, yeah.
So, and he probably texts him a lot, to say, hey, make sure you got this or that. I can see Joe trying to instead of just coming down,
being chill.
And being chill. Yeah. I'm sure it's been a lot of back and forth about how to do this with Joe being
his way of showing that he's famous. That's his only way.
Right. When really the instincts of these two people are better than Joe's.
Yeah. And they know that too. And that's the tragedy here.
But they like Joe. Joe is part of their group. And also, it's cool. Let's say they're more successful than Joe, probably. Okay.
Exponentially, babe.
Okay. It's still cool to be hey man, we're friends with Joe Matarese from Letterman. You know what I'm saying? And from the old neighborhood.
Maybe. Yeah.
No, it is. It is.
They should do a podcast about him. Actually, it'd be hilarious.
Well, yeah, we want to see how this evolves. And the problem is too much. The other problem is too much of us going these guys are doing better than Joe. Joe's going to pull out of this thing by episode 3 or 4. Okay.
If we get to episode 3 or 4, if it happens.
That's the problem. And then I'll talk to Johnny Flea and say, Johnny, can we have you on?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right, this is so great, babe. I'm so glad we're doing this. I'm so glad.
Me too. Okay. All right. Just listen to what he says. There was something I wanted you to hear just a second ago. Okay, hold on. Listen.
That he's texting him a lot.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Swinging at me. He's swinging at me.
Cool story. You're carrying your record crates and somebody's trying to fight you.
Yeah.
That's a cool story.
Right. He's trying to have a cool story because they okay.
ADD, because that would probably be my name. Would be Joey ADD. Joey ADDs. I don't know.
ADHD.
It took me 3 swings to realize, oh, you can put these crates of records down and fucking defend yourself, asshole.
Did you
Right?
fight?
I'm gonna name you Joey Pain in the ass.
Joey Pain in the ass, or
Yeah, that's amazing.
Here he goes with texting. Watch this.
Texas.
Joey text.
I'm
So-
like, is this guy really texting?
Oh,
me?
dude.
So I put the fucking crates of records down, and he's swinging
hear
at
that?
me. He's swinging at me.
Not only
and
did I
don't
hear
know
that,
how-
I have one more thing to say real quick.
fucking
Yeah.
Real quick. Because we talk about it a lot. I don't like, look how these people are dressed compared to Joe.
I know. I was gonna say that before when you were talking about how like insecure he looks and everything, and I'm like, I was gonna say something like he has a t-shirt on, and I don't think the other guys have t-shirts on, but I don't remember what they were wearing, but I don't think they look like this.
They're dressed like men.
Yeah, I know.
They're dressed appropriately.
He's dressed like a 7-year-old boy.
Yes, with this Philly sports thing. We talked about this before. This
Shirt.
This was the shirt that I said, like,
I know.
you know, every event like
Yeah,
that.
right, into one shirt.
Yeah, like, like Joe needs to stop this. Like,
But he's trying to look cool. That's his only way. You're gonna take away the only thing he has to look cool, dude. Ugh.
all right.
Ugh.
Go for it.
That's his
Go
only
for
way.
it. Let's hear how this story works out. Like, I hope Joe I hope Joe wins the fight.
All right. Yeah, because so far they, one upped him.
I had a pinky ring that a girlfriend got me at the time. Talk about first girlfriends with a J, with gold J on it, with the diamond and the onyx, right? The black onyx. And you don't remember this? I swung at the
Was
kid.
I there?
Were you there?
You
told me the story,
You,
didn't
you were there.
Oh, was it?
Or I told you the story.
Did I help him? I don't even remember
This
this.
will show you how much of a pussy I was when you hear what happened. So I swing at this guy and I connect, and his eye just starts to trickle blood. And it was like a scene in a movie where they taste the blood.
Yes.
And then he just fucking snapped. He saw that he was bleeding and he lost his shit. And then I went and I just fucking ran. I ran away from him. And it was back when everybody wore those. What did you call those white loafers that Don Johnson used to wear on?
Not Mickey Rooney's.
No, remember Don Johnson in Miami Vice?
I had him. You had him.
We all had
Become
him.
so-
The slip-on for the leather.
What were the white slip-on loafer
Then we had
shoes
the-
that everybody
Am I
wore?
allowed to say this on camera?
Yeah, go ahead.
We had the Chinese shoes, no?
Yeah.
With the black slip-ons with the lifeguard shorts.
Oh, dude, the lifeguard
with the
shorts.
little.
No,
Yeah,
these
they
were the white ones. They looked like wicker baskets on the front. They were like
you don't
woven.
know
That was probably like a Mickey Rooney type shoe.
They were called Mickey Rooney's.
That's what he
You're
called
really
them. I never
showing
heard
off.
we
that.
call, we
That
call
must be a
Mickey
South
Rooney.
Philly
Slip-ons,
term.
I think.
had him.
You had the Mickey Rooney's?
My wonderful customers.
Espadrilles, he
I
calls
never
them.
called them out.
I never heard that.
Never heard
Espadrilles.
that. I probably couldn't afford that.
Well, I start fucking running from this guy, and those shoes are so loose on your feet. They
fly off.
They flew off my feet. Now I'm running in bare feet. You don't remember this story? There's glass all over the parking lot. You remember this scene?
You cut your feet?
You remember the scene in
Dude, how do
Die
you
Hard
remember
where
this?
he's got fucking glass in his feet
Yeah.
and he's pulling the chunks out?
Yeah.
That's what it was. My feet are bleeding, and there was a club right next to that club. I ran over to the other club, and there was a big fat bouncer. I go, dude, you got to walk me back to my car. This guy is going to kick my ass. He's like 8 inches taller than me, and I got a lucky shot in.
Right.
I'll give you $10. I gave him, which was probably like giving
That's
him
more than you
50 then.
Dude, that's more than you ever spent.
You
to
know
get
what?
into
I'm
a
the
club.
cheapest bastard ever.
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm starting to understand.
Right.
That's more than you ever spent at what?
At a
At a
club.
club?
Like,
Yeah, at a club. That's what I thought he said. Oh shit.
okay, this is really great. This is a good story by Joe. But I've been noticing like that Johnny Flea and Gene, like Johnny Flea is very animated. Like when he talks to Gene, he'll like faux sort of like tap him. Like
Yeah.
he'll look like he's tapping him. That's like that they're better, like they're connecting better
Yeah.
with each other than
Definitely.
with Joe. And then they go like they'll discuss a point real quick, and then they'll look at Joe like, okay, sad clown, now entertain us.
Yeah, right, exactly. Go ahead. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
We'll
So
let you talk, you know.
but this is actually a good story. I'm very interested in this story.
He's the town fool. Joe is the town fool. And he's the town fool, 40 years later, and here he is. Yeah, it is really true. Remember when I said before, look at the way they're looking at each other, they're very like connected. It's like, but they don't feel that way about him. All right, town fool, here he goes.
Yeah. Starting to-
and they totally like call him out on the stuff that we already know about him for years, like being cheap, and they continue to do this too. So
you are cheap.
I'm cheap.
Yeah.
So I give this guy $10 and say, walk me back to my car, right? He walks me back to my car. This guy was so big that I fucking, as you would say, snuck in the eye. That he pushed the fucking bouncer right out of the way and came right fucking at me again. I'm like, I fucking tipped you. I'm fucking running again. I had to run. Then I hid in the weeds for like fucking 4 hours and waited for the guy left.
How far did you get away? They didn't see you in the weeds.
I hid from
tall weeds
for the whole night. And then I remember going to the coastline about a month later.
Was he high in the weeds?
Serious dictation was driving me crazy. So I switched to whisper flow. Here's why I'll never go back. First off,
Yeah.
I go to the coastline a month later and I bump into the guy. I bump into the guy.
Did he remember you?
And I went up to him. I go, because he was going to kick the fucking shit out of me. And I said to him, hey, buddy, I got a lucky shot in. I apologize. And he let me go.
No,
he didn't even smack you?
Nothing.
That's crap.
That's terrible. I picture the weeds, the Bad Bunny. You know when they came up for Super Bowl? You would have been.
Oh, in the weeds.
You would have been
Bad
one.
Bunny. You're right.
If they had them walking out in the weeds, they look like that.
You're right. You're right. So my back in the day, and I want to share this with you guys because this is something that people have asked about a lot. If I could go back, there's something that I miss about back when we grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, and it was going to, there were two spots. Balloons. Was it Balloons or Duke's Till Dawn?
Duke's Till Dawn.
Duke's Till Dawn.
What was first?
Duke's was first.
Duke's. And then,
did you ever see those mutants at Duke's at like 4 o'clock in the morning? The lights went on.
I don't even remember. I know it was Hyanella Inn, right? That's what it was called.
Yeah. That guy.
Where the hell is that? How far away?
Do you
from
understand?
that?
He had a
Not
deal
far,
with.
20,
He was in the
15
police force or
minutes.
something. He had a deal to keep that license, like the late.
I don't know any of this
He
shit.
kept trying to sell the place, but no one. If you bought it, you lost the deal because he had a deal with the township. So no one wanted to buy it because you wouldn't get the late. And the people that were there when the lights went on, it was scary.
Well, it's always scary. 5:30 in the morning. Who's
The vampires and
we used to go to
The Shea is the other one.
Shea
The
was
Shea,
good.
those are the two spots that I think about.
Shea. I was young. I mean, I used to sneak in there. Charlie Buckeye. We talked about this. Charlie
Atlantic
Buckeye was a
City,
friend
right?
of mine. Yeah. If you had a tape from him, it was a big deal. It was a real big deal.
Better than a
cassette.
Robbie Tronco tape.
No, well, I know Robbie too.
you know him too, right?
Yeah, but he was after Robbie, right? Like the Shea. I mean, I'll be 58. So
You still
Shea
have
was-
one? You have the cassette?
No, I wish I did.
You
Charlie
imagine?
was something. Charlie passed away. Charlie was good. Charlie Buckeye was good.
58.
And he used to say Buckeye.
I don't remember that guy.
Yeah,
I don't remember
bad.
either.
What do you mean?
Where was he at? Like, where were he?
These are from Jersey.
You would think we had Robbie Tronco tapes, but we never had one from that guy.
Well, Robbie came a little bit after.
Yeah.
Buckeye was the best. It was hard to get a Buckeye tape. You know,
Well, this is what
If you had it,
this
it
is
was
what I. If you make fun of me for my notes,
couldn't leave it in the car and not letting people take it.
but this is what I wrote down because why I can really remember those times and what I really miss is being at that age where we're at a club till 5:30 in the morning, right? You walk out, like you said, the sun's out, and you weren't like, oh shit, I got all that shit to do today. I don't remember ever having a life list or anything. There was just like, at what age were we when we were going to the Shea?
Oh, dude, we had ID at 18. We were
So
going there from 18 to
young.
like 23.
During the school years? Like,
yeah, every weekend.
Yeah,
Didn't matter.
probably on the weekend.
on the weekend.
Yeah.
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 In the diner, we stayed at the diner. Right after that, we go to the diner. And
Yeah.
it was like daylight when we left.
I bet, but I don't know. You're a very entrepreneurial guy. Did you have like shit where you're like, oh, I got shit to do today. I can't believe I stayed out till 5.
Yeah, well, when I worked, I would stay out and then I would get up.
You would go to work.
I would go to work when I was single. I have no kids. I would
I
go
know it's
out.
crazy, Joe.
I mean, me and Johnny would be out every night of the week.
We didn't.
We'd be out every night of the week.
Well, I did
Hurricane
later.
Alley.
And go to work.
Copa, but every night of the week we make the stuff. Lickety Split, the bar. Every night it was
Yeah.
something to do.
We had the 7.
We used to go to Black Banana. It was the best club ever, right? You remember? Joe,
I
you
used to
remember the
go.
Black Banana? You
Black
remember
Banana.
Black Banana?
I think I remember
Best.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like after.
That's
had
old
this-
city, right?
We had the 5 places in Jersey, right? Franchine's, on
That's where I used to go in there.
Coastline,
I used to go in there and be like, I used to go to the
What
bathroom
else?
and be
Walk
like,
and Roll,
hold
Holiday
on a
Inn.
minute, right? You could see out. Like,
West
is this
LA.
person see me
West
go to the
LA.
bathroom? And then I would see like guys.
I wouldn't be surprised if at one point in your life, you and Johnny Flea crossed paths somewhere.
We
But you're the
definitely
same
did.
age.
We definitely did. I
Same
would go to the
age.
Black Banana a lot. It was an incredible club.
Yeah, I
used to
heard
get in-
you say something. That's why and I was already thinking that. So
Yeah, I would get in free because I worked at I have a lot of memories of the Black Banana. Like I'll go into a few right now. Actually, like he's right about the bathroom. We used to do a lot of drugs in there. But like the Black Banana, I would get in free because we were underage too. Like I worked at a radio station and I would, I was pretty popular and the guy would let me in free. But like there was one night I was on ecstasy in like really early when ecstasy was like amazing, like in the late 80s. And I was on ecstasy at the Black Banana having a great time. And a friend of mine comes up to me and goes, like, Pete. I'm like, yeah. He's like, your dad is here. And my dad was there with the chick, like, okay. But we ended up having a great time. But like, and also like the Black Banana had like this like one or two like trans waitresses.
oh wow.
And at the time it was very cutting edge, and I was interested, like, and she was real cool, you know what I mean? And like we would talk sometimes. But so there wasn't as many trans people back then as there was now, so like but the best coolest thing I could say about Black Banana was in 1986 I would go there specifically, like this is before the computers, before all of this. Like I would go there specifically to hear West End Girls by the Pet Shop Boys. It was like a hot song at the time.
I love that song.
Yeah. And like you couldn't even know who sung it or anything like that, but it was this really cool song. And like they would play it and I would be so happy. Like I'd be so happy. And then I finally figured out who the group was. Like we didn't have Google or anything like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like you would go to a record store and be like, it kind of goes like dun 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 dun. You know what I mean? Like the record would be like, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's funny imitation of the song.
Yeah. So it that's a really great club. And I probably did cross paths with Johnny Flea. Like he seems like I'm really enamored of him. Like right now, like he's got it fully together.
You're around the same age. I mean, it's like a 2-3 year age difference. So
frankly, I'm older than him.
What?
Frankly, I'm older than him. He said he's 58.
Yeah, I said you're like a 2 to 3 year age difference. It's not that much. You're same age.
Yeah, one or two at this point. Let's not go crazy here.
Yeah, but it's the same age group where you would conceivably be,
Well, yeah, it was only open for X amount of time, and he's already alluded to the fact that he was coming in with a fake ID. They alluded to.
Yeah.
I was doing the same thing, or not even. I didn't even have to show ID. Like I was just getting in because I was from Power 99, a local radio station in town. But just great club, and so this is hitting me. This is good stuff. The problem with this is that like, Frank from Lawrenceville, Kansas,
right, that's it.
Is he going to be into this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe not. Right. Would Frank from Lawrenceville, Kansas be into Late Stage Greatness, the story of a guy who used to be big and whose career is floundering, trying to make a comeback? Like, you know what I mean? Like that would have been so epic. But this is cool. I'm down. But, hey Joe, I offered you a podcast that would have been really popular. Okay, you have this now, and this is great. I'm enjoying it, but it's got a limited scope. Okay, but like pure D, just watching it, I'm enjoying it like a lot.
Dressed as I'd be like, oh, what's going on here?
That'd be funny to
But I'd
ask.
be drunk. I'd be drunk.
It's
That'd be
great.
funny to
Black
ask
Barrels,
your
they give it a
son.
card.
Do the 21-year-olds now have a list of places that they go to in one night,
No,
or is
the
there like
places they go
nothing?
Dude,
now.
they come to the house with backpacks.
You know the funniest thing about this is that Joe, poor Joe, and this reminds me of something that we won't talk about, but poor Joe is sitting in the sun with his eyes like squinting because he's the poor guy that has the unfortunate seat, and the other guys don't have that unfortunate seat. You can, and
Yeah.
you're going to see him suffering any second, and it would only happen to Joe.
Well, he's not dressed right.
No, I really see how these two guys are dressed, and I don't understand that. I
He's
mean,
not
he's
dressed
dressed
right.
like that in January. What is he doing?
Yeah, he's probably but it's all a bit. Like it's all shtick.
Yeah, well,
He's probably chilly.
yeah,
You're right. I was like, he's probably chilly,
it's
which
freezing.
makes you not perform as good. And like,
He didn't have another cool shirt to wear. I mean, he's worn that shirt so many times. He didn't have like a regular sweatshirt to wear. I don't understand.
I would take the Camden County Cougars jacket now over this shirt. Like,
Yeah, I know. Okay.
These kids.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's right. I
He
mean,
wears a backpack to the
Johnny's
gym.
weird. They don't even get
What's in
dressed.
it?
Wait. Hold on. Let me hold on. These kids don't even get dressed. We talked about this. I mean, they come in hoodies with backpack. They come and trample in my house. I'm like, where is everybody going? What are you jumping out of planes? What is that? But they all go down the basement. They got, Johnny's friends are all responsible. Thank God, they're good. These kids don't drink and drive though. It's one thing. I
Yeah,
mean, I hate to
they're
say it.
real
I don't
good
want
with
to say
that.
I did it, but
That's
you all
true.
did it.
Well, they got
They got a
Uber.
DUI. No, they always got someone that's designated
They
every
Uber.
time, or they Uber.
And they Uber Eat.
See,
Yeah, all the time.
Right?
I'm
Makes no sense.
surprised at your kids because we live 15, 20 minutes from New York City. My son and his friends will go into New York City and use their fake IDs and go to bars and stuff.
Well-
Kids don't go into Philly now?
Yeah, they going to Philly.
Yeah. So they do
Yeah,
stuff.
Dominic goes every Saturday, right? Where do they go? Where do they go to affiliate? What
It's
place
in-
do they
He
go?
said Dom.
You
He's
are-
talking
I said
to you
Dom.
as if.
Where does Dom go on Saturdays? Woody's.
Woody's?
My son
That's-
said
What's Woody's?
Woody's. Huh? It's a gay bar. Oh yeah, he goes to bars.
It's a gay bar?
Woody, you ever
Yeah,
go there?
Woody's. You ever
Nah.
been there? You've been there. You hang out
I've
all
been
the time.
there. I've been there.
Never heard of it.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I mean, with my wife.
Right.
We had a friend a good friend.
And
that's-
Gennaro would go there because like if you're
It's
the only
actually
one that's
fun.
not,
Right.
there's girls there.
Sure.
There's a lot. They're
Yes.
safe when they go to Woody's.
Yes.
That's the best spot.
You'd be the one guy that's not like a
Okay.
cheerleader camp.
Yeah.
One,
Right.
That's like going to a strip club and not like buying a dance. And,
That's what
like,
you would do
'cause
'cause
you're
you're
trying
cheap.
to meet the girl.
Yeah.
You're
Oh!
trying to bring the girl
Yeah.
home.
You
or
sit in the
something.
back, Joe. You don't even pay cover.
So I got a question. Do you guys follow him? Do you guys follow him?
Oh, I know her. She hired me to do some comedy at the
I'm glad you came. Thank you.
Yeah.
the Jewish American. What's it called?
What's
The,
her name? Hey yo.
What's
What
it called?
JCC.
JCC.
Very nice
JCC.
place.
The JCC.
Did you
Right
make-
now, listen. Don't screw me up here now.
Exactly.
With the Jewish. Don't.
Did you make
No,
anybody
no.
laugh?
I've been here a long time.
Yeah.
What was your?
I
What was
did
your?
it twice.
What was your? What do you do with JCC? to
Did a
make people
door
laugh?
deal.
What do you talk about?
You were there, didn't you? Come. That's where all the Cherry Hill.
Oh.
They weren't an all Jewish audience.
Oh.
It's just I rent the.
Was he
venue.
funny?
She's
Good.
here, right?
Yeah, she's here.
Was he
Well,
funny?
I paid her.
Nervous.
Bye.
I told her I paid her.
We gave
yeah.
him 500 each.
Nervous.
Yeah.
Oh,
And about the food. She heard about the food.
Well,
She's really here for the chicken parm.
Well,
It's really good.
Naro, turn that camera over to the microphone and let's round off this episode with
wow. He was
let
really
some of
nervous
these
about
these
that.
people at Vito's ask us some questions from maybe they'll have some good back in the day questions of Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Ange, you got a
or
question,
Philly.
Ange? All right, come bring it up, Ange.
Come up, Ange.
This is Angelo Capoli. I've known him pretty much my
Angelo.
whole life.
Staying here. All right.
Johnny Muscles.
That's Angelo.
He's handsome, Angel.
Angelo.
So-
he's
Fucking wide.
You guys know how long I've known you, right?
yeah.
How long I known you?
Since I was
Since Wildwood.
16.
Okay. And you the same thing, right?
Wildwood.
In
So wait,
Wildwood.
you know my cousin Anthony? You know my cousin Anthony? Conti?
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah. Tell him about Anthony
Oh
Conti.
my God.
Well-
He was like a legend, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
He
him.
was almost as good looking as me.
Almost.
got that right.
Love my
Everybody loves
cousin.
You're right. You're like right on par.
Sweetest
Yeah.
guy on the planet.
Great
my
guy.
cousin.
Great,
Love
great guy.
Love
He
them both.
texted me the other day.
The best.
He's
He
out
said
in
he had
Colorado,
he
right?
texted me. It
No.
was a Facebook. He said,
Arizona.
I had a dream. Me, you, and Chicky, my brother Chicky. We were out. We were fighting people. I'm like, oh my god! Did you bring
The
it back?
best.
My
He's the
my
best.
youth.
My cousin Sue.
What's the
Reminds me
question?
of Wildwood days. What possessed you to incessantly break my balls every time you saw me on the Wildwood
You want to hear
Boulevard
the story?
at 15 years old?
Do you want to hear the story?
I did nothing.
I
to
did
you.
Oh, yes, you did.
What did I do to you?
Dude,
I
he
did.
was.
Well, wait.
Hold
I have
on.
I'm glad we
Let's
did
go.
this so he can.
This
Let's
is
go.
Gene.
I have
Let's
to say,
go.
I have to say, Gene knows he's one of my dearest friends in life.
Right.
So I have no idea what possessed me to
I'm telling
befriend
you.
him this late in life, as close as we are, as bad as he broke my balls.
I broke his balls. So listen, you remember I told you at
Ball breaking's
hey,
the
wait,
best.
hold on a second. AMC 8, there was like 5 guys in Wanderer jackets. The Wanderers. He was one.
Your
Angie Muscles.
cousin started it.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
he did.
Anthony
Your
was
cousin
in,
Anthony
Anthony
started
was in it too. So I saw
You
that.
actually wore the jacket stuff.
No, ridiculous.
Yeah, we did.
It was so stupid. So anyway.
Wait.
I
I got interrupted. It was stupid, but we got girls.
Yeah, you got girls. Yeah, right. So anyway,
That's because Anthony
so
Conte
me,
was like the
Joe,
leader.
Joe would see them. We were older. We are like 3 years old. We see these guys, and then I saw him in Wildwood, and he was in front of me walking, and I was just making fun of him. He was to me that was a freaking idiot. So I was like cutting him up, saying things to him. But then I fell in love with. We're best friends now.
Yes, we are.
Yes, but that's why
great.
because
It's a
you wore that
testament
stupid
to you.
jacket.
Yes.
Where's the jackets now?
Tell him.
Hopefully you burned them.
They are. They no longer exist.
He-
Actually, I had somebody ask me, "Can you find that jacket?"
But at the
I'm
that's dinner we had. You said that you
What?
gave it to your uncle.
Well, the
or something?
Jersey kids did good with the jackets, right? Like Satin Wanderer.
He had the actual colors and everything.
I would have got
And
killed if I
names.
wore that jacket.
Oh, we would have been dead. I
My
would've been
brother
dead.
actually got jumped at the Marlton 8 because of that.
I wonder why.
No,
Joe, you wear a jacket
Oh, wait,
like that?
what possessed him? He went. Wait,
Well,
no,
I
he
didn't
was
break your
like-
balls though.
Yes, you did. We would be behind them. We would just be busting on them. You would ask me why was I busting them. I said, well, and I would do the Wanderer theme. I'd be singing it in the background.
Gene always busted balls. I mean, that's just because you know where it comes from. Usually, everybody knows it. The people that bust balls usually are the most insecure.
Oh, I
They
was
can't-
totally.
They can't
That's not
take.
true.
I was telling insecure.
That's not true.
You don't think?
Because we break balls constantly.
Now I'm not.
And I like the
But
fact
it's
that I was
usually
that.
don't you
Now I
find
can
that it's easier to break balls on somebody who isn't like a ball breaker, like who's a nice
Oh,
guy?
dude.
They're easier to slam,
Dude,
right?
Angelo.
Like I'm an
Stretch.
easy target.
Stretch, I break it on site.
Oh.
Taxes was so taxing.
Yeah,
He's like the
and he probably doesn't say anything
Angelo's
back.
Oh, he's the worst.
Angelo's the
Gets right
Messiah.
back.
Angelo's Messiah. Like he's his whole family. They don't curse. They don't do nothing.
He's he's very nice, so he's an easy target.
So I had to go after him. I couldn't do it. It made me feel bad. He was too good.
Exactly.
He was too good.
Yeah.
There you go.
went to
You were too
Villanova.
good.
How many Italian guys
You're
from
too
Jersey
good.
went to Villanova?
There's your answer. Yeah, Villanova.
Yeah,
exactly.
he's Ivy League Italian.
I couldn't afford it.
No,
Villanova.
no,
He's got a house in Avalon.
I
This
live in-
prick.
Yeah, Tabernacle.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dad's got a
okay.
house in
I grew up
Avalon.
in
Yeah, nice.
But you know every one of my cousins.
Yeah, I
Chicky,
know, because
Danny,
your name
Ricky.
sounds familiar. Yeah.
And I think you know my brother, but
Chicky, I know Chicky.
yeah, you know my brother. Chicky.
Yes.
We didn't cross too many paths, you and I, because I was already getting married by the time you guys.
How
were
old are
married.
you?
All right, this is too
I'm,
long.
Yeah.
Hold on.
55.
55.
Are we?
Yes.
Is this that? Is this
We need a couple. Anyone else got a question?
any other
How many-
questions?
We're at 55, 45. Who's got a question for us? Bring them up. Oh, Johnny
If you don't-
Bellis
if you
is
don't-
in the audience.
Johnny, you got
Johnny, you always have deep questions. You gave me that look like you
this
were.
is going to be a
You
deep
gave me a look
question.
like Johnny Carson.
I think you got to bring the microphone down,
Scared of
Johnny.
this guy.
There
That's
you go.
not. That's Johnny
Yeah.
Bellis. And
Another
that's
white bread
Daniel,
Italian.
Don't be so
whatever
serious.
his name
You're
is.
not
White bread Italian.
This was
You're
the
making me
vibe.
nervous.
Do you
I don't
remember
It's my
all
cousin.
the parties that happened in Cherryville that
Okay.
kids would have? Like before school?
That obviously wasn't who we thought it was.
This person here,
Yeah, this was the one that I thought was
Chris
Yeah,
from Ashland.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
And I said it wasn't, so that's been solved.
You're correct. Yes. His name
From
is
episode
Johnny
45.
Bellis. Is he Matt Bellis's brother or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in. Like,
Yeah.
I love Matt Bellis. And
Is Matt Bellis a cousin of Joe and Stephanie?
yeah,
Okay, so that's that's probably who this
Matt
guy is.
Bellis introduced Joe to Stephanie.
Yeah, okay, so this guy's got to be his brother because that would make sense then because they're cousins as well.
Okay.
If they're both brothers, that's how it works.
All right.
We, maybe they have the same last name. I don't know, but let's watch it. Maybe they're not related. I don't know.
We got to find out next.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if they tell us. Okay, here we go. Johnny Bellis.
School, like it was like a 6 o'clock in the morning to try to do it when your parents weren't around. Do you remember any of these parties?
Say this again.
Parties before in the morning.
In the morning?
I didn't
Before
do this.
school.
Before school party?
Yeah. What kind of parties?
Boy, this guy comes in with a interesting story of like AM parties.
Mornings, yeah, parties in the mornings and drinking before school. Okay.
School. So like just beer.
Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
Oh, come
Beer?
on.
You
Yeah,
drank
just beer parties. And then go to school. Yeah.
What, like an hour later, you go to school
Now,
drunk?
the reason why I bring this up
I
is because
did
my
this?
sister did this many times. One time while I was like doing a semester abroad, my parents had to leave and left her at home.
This guy's smart. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
very
This is-
smart.
He knows how to
And
play
then-
Risk. I never knew how to
She had
play
a couple-
Risk.
She had a couple of parties.
Yeah.
And then when my parents came back, they wanted to get the film developed, at the film place, you know.
Photo man.
And so my sister would say, "Oh, I've got some film to get developed. Why don't you pick it up?"
Oh,
So
I remember this.
they pick up their pictures of London and their trip, and pick up her film. And of course, what are you going to do when you pay for film? You're going to make sure the pictures come out. And they're all of teenagers in our house drinking beer
At 6 in the morning.
At 6 in the morning.
right
And
all
then
over,
went to
all over the
school
house.
what time?
I
And then
never-
right.
7
As soon
o'clock,
as your
you went to
parents
school?
left for work,
So you
they
guys
would
were
just have a
hammered. You
party.
guys were hammered at school.
But
There were
then you
kids
would,
doing
then they
this-
would go to school.
And then go to school.
That's genius.
It's
Right.
absolutely.
I love
genius.
this idea.
Because we
It's
lived-
wasted at
We
first
did
period.
nothing.
Right.
Well, you
Joe,
were
do you
wasted.
ever do that,
You
Joe?
weren't even drinking, and you were
We
wasted.
lived across the street from high school, so it wasn't like
Line of the year so far.
Episode 47.
Line of the year.
Drinking or you were wasted.
I'm thinking that like,
I love these guys so much.
I know. I'm thinking about something that like Gene Esposito, like Joe has talked before about Gene Esposito might be really instrumental in Joe's life because they used to DJ together, and I'm piecing together a story that Joe used to tell of like somebody that used to be like Joe would do a gig and he would in the gig do comedy like as a DJ and somebody came up to him and said, look, man, you got to pick one, which was wrong.
Oh, so you think it was this guy that said that?
Possibly.
Oh, wow.
Possibly.
I remember that story.
Because Joe is like, and he's already like, saying like Joe was wasted. Like he probably thought Joe wasn't centered, but see, Joe was actually on some cutting edge shit, like bringing comedy into his DJing.
Yeah.
And Gene didn't have the vision to let that proceed, but that's okay.
Let's not blame Gene. I'm not too sure it was Gene, but
yeah. No, that I'm not even. It's not even derogatory because the times were different. But like, it's. And I also know what was going on there. If they had a DJ company, you're doing gigs like weddings and other gigs, like you can't go off script too much. Like
right.
The mother-in-law, they give you a song list. You got to introduce the father and the daughter. Like all that shit. Like you can't be up there going like, look at this guy's suit. He looks like So I get it, but I just wonder if Gene was that person who gave Joe, which at the time was probably salient advice. And then Joe, I believe soon after, moved to New York.
Wow. All right. I do remember the story. Something tells me it's not Gene, but you could be right. But
I don't know. I'm speculating.
Yeah, and even if it's not Gene, I do think though that Gene probably did have a a fair amount of effect on Joe's life, possibly very positive.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if like we came to a taping and we were standing where it would clearly become about me, and then and Johnny Flea would be like, "Who's this? What are you?"
yeah. And then Joe would be like, "All right, Karen, come to the mic. All right, we know you wanted this."
Joe would be like, she's a gender changer.
Yeah, she's a gender changer, and she did a whole podcast on me. And who would do that? And she caused some trouble, and not understanding.
And then Johnny Flea would be like, "Get out!"
Obsessed with me.
Johnny Flea would be like, "Get the hell out, you stalking Joe."
Yeah, right. Yeah. He would totally not get, because he'd believe Joe, because he'd have to. And then Joe would have a fight with Johnny Flea, and then you and Johnny Flea would become best friends. All right, let's continue. Here, Johnny Bellis.
So you had rolled there. You didn't even walk there.
Yeah. Can you imagine being in homeroom drunk? How great! Remember when Spicoli was
talk
like,
about that
right
later.
here, dude. Remember that when he
I
like
used to smoke pot and go to school.
Oh, dude.
But I mean,
I remember doing whippets in the bathroom at Cherry Hill East.
That's why you're losing brain cells.
He already lost it. He never had it.
I thought you would.
Oh, right. Look at the way they both look at him.
This is amazing, babe.
Babe, look at the way they both look at him. Why they both have the same look on their faces?
Yeah.
With the brain cell. Babe.
This is really amazing.
Babe, look at the way that they are both looking at him. That is the best freaking, that's synchronous. That's synchronous, woo, judgment there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these are dudes with money and their own businesses.
Yeah, and they have a brain that works.
Yeah, and they're like, this Johnny Flea is electric.
And Joe has no brain cells. I mean, he just said it. Look at them. They totally love ragging on him. Okay.
And Joe is still like, oh, this is like Spicoli. Like, hey, man.
I know, from 1920.
Come on, dude. Come on,
well, that's
dude.
That's why they do this to him.
In other words, Joe, it's okay. I've done it here, there too, like the movie thing.
But not like
Joe come right out with the whippet story, and now Joe comes out with the whippet story, okay, after the Spicoli thing, okay, and they ridicule him.
Yeah.
What I know of Joe is he's not gonna handle it. He's not gonna get mad, but comedically, that's not his thing. He doesn't like to be the object of ridicule.
No, and he has been that for quite some time on this.
And I want to see, it's going to be very telling in this moment here how Joe reacts. Does he, a good comedian or a person with really good instincts would keep this going and break their balls, or allow them to let me finish. Allow them to break his balls, or he could break their balls. But I just want to see how Joe handles this, because if he lets his insecurities take over here over good show business instincts or good ball breaking instincts, I want to see what he does here. It's going to be very telling.
And I don't remember what he does, to be honest, but since there's only 3 minutes left, my guess is that this went someplace where he didn't want it, and he cut it soon after whatever he says now. But let's see.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be, I can imagine Joe probably spliced this up.
He slices this. You see, I don't know if you're noticing it, but I could see it.
This is the pivotal moment of this episode. And let's see how Joe handles it.
Okay, here we go.
He was finding them.
This is how much ADD you must have, because
he edited it out.
After
I'm in the picture.
Yeah,
dude. No, do you look at honor students?
Did he edit it out? Let me just see.
Yeah, he there was an edit, a strong edit.
All right, really? Wow.
We didn't even see Joe's reaction to getting his balls broken.
All right, let me just 50-41. Let me just see something. I'm just gonna bring it back a little bit here.
I hate what Joe just did.
All
I
right,
hate it with a passion.
let me really look at it. I'll tell you if there's an edit too. I'll tell you if I agree.
Joe does not like to be
No,
clowned
he does not like to be
in
clowned.
these things, even though that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, but he feels so insecure anyway, and he's trying so hard to be the big guy on campus, and then they go and do that to him.
So you have this great. Let me set it up for you. Let me set it up for you. You have this great moment where people are talking freely.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Flea gets off a great line.
Yeah.
And we don't even get to see how Joe takes it.
Right, because he cut it out and they made him look.
He could have either, as I spelled out a couple minutes ago, he could have either broken their balls or allowed them to pounce on him. Either of those options are what's best comedically, okay?
Right.
But Joe's instincts aren't to do what's best comedically if he doesn't look good.
Correct. And he's
so
not
I'm even amazed. I'm even amazed that Johnny Flea's diss made it. All right,
Yeah.
and you'll see there's a stone cold edit.
Okay, I'm gonna really focus.
After Johnny Flea's joke, and they both look at Joe.
Okay.
Well, you're
stone cold edit.
He already lost
Joe,
him. He never had him.
I thought you would.
He was
remember
finding
this. This is how much ADD you must have because
no, you have to go back and
after
I'm in the picture.
I didn't see it.
No, you didn't. You have to go back.
Okay.
Watch when Joe says something about whippets, and then Johnny comes in with a great line.
Yeah, he says no brain.
And then the next reaction should be Joe commenting or busting balls or being fodder for having continued self-busting his own balls. Okay?
Oh, I thought after he made the comment about brain cells, I thought that Gene came back immediately with he was looking for them.
Well, just run it back to the point where Joe says something about whippets.
Yeah, okay.
Up her film, and of course, what are you going to do when you pay for film? You're going to make sure the pictures come out, and they're all of.
No, that's.
No,
before.
I know.
Park your car. Walk there.
Yeah. Can you imagine being in homeroom drunk? How great would that be? I remember when Spicoli was
talk
like,
about that
right
later.
here, dude. Remember that when he like,
I used to smoke pot and go to school.
Oh, dude.
So,
but I mean,
I remember doing whippets in the bathroom
So
at
that's
Cherry Hill
terrible.
East.
That's why you're losing brain cells.
He already lost
Joe,
him. He never had him.
I thought you would.
He was
remember
finding
this. This is how much ADD you must have because
I guess
I'm in the picture.
Yeah.
Dude, no. Do you look an honor student?
So what happens?
Oh, Joe's in the picture.
I have to say that I was wrong. Like,
yeah, I don't see it.
And I feel bad. That still was the pivotal moment of the show. But
let it go.
If you could run it back, the perfect thing would have been for Joe to. I'll still stick to this point. The perfect thing would have been for Joe to break Johnny Flea's balls, even though that's almost impossible.
Yeah, right.
Okay, Mr. Perfect. Okay, but even if Joe had said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not perfect like you," or anything, or like, or Joe could have said, "Yeah, man, like I guess the whippet's down," anything, but it cuts right to the guy.
Yeah.
That's why I thought there was an edit, but I'm interested. I'm going to come out and say I was wrong, but go ahead.
So you don't want me to play it back again, right?
No, it's fine.
Okay, all right.
Is it a few months later? Well, first of all, my mother picks up the pictures.
Look at his shoes.
She confronts my sister. Of course, she's indignant. Well, why were you looking at my pictures?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, you're grounded because of these parties you had while we were gone. A couple months later, my dad invites your mother and father over. You, Chris, and Jen come over and are sitting in the living room. And you say, I'm having deja vu here. It's like I feel like I've been here before. And my mom says, because you have, Joe.
Yeah, there you go.
No way.
Because you get it?
Yeah, like he was at the parties too?
Yeah, because she saw him in the pictures. And that's definitely, that has to be Matt's brother, because she said that Chris and his sister and Joe were at the house. one day. You
This
know what
is fascinating. This is unbelievable. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's unbelievable because of the people who are on it. Okay.
She kept the pictures up in her room, and
Evidence.
Do you see that he
every
has a
kid that
scarf?
came
Let me ask
over,
you-
she would.
His scarf is
in front.
perfectly done.
Are you a
He's
customer?
always had the good scarf.
I don't know how to do that.
It's
That
my
scarf
cousin.
thing.
I'm just making sure he's
That's my cousin. Already said that's my cousin.
a
It's my
customer.
cousin.
Every time I get a scarf, I can't figure it out. He's got like that.
He
Nah,
could
look
teach a
good.
course in it.
I never wore a scarf like
Dude,
that.
he's got.
it's a
And
cloth.
when you go to Italy, you should talk to Johnny. He'll tell you how to. He's
You
like,
need
he's
a-
got.
you need a
He needs to know
scarf.
how to dress.
And
Come
a
on.
bag,
You
and a
could
man
get. You
bag.
could get.
You don't
could get
wanna
sick
look-
if you don't wear a
shoes.
scarf.
You don't want
Are
to
you a
look
teacher?
Jersey Italian.
I'm a physical therapist.
Look at those shoes.
God
dude.
bless you. My daughter
My-
wants to go to school for that.
Okay.
I had a
She's
teacher
kind
named
of-
Mr. Corduroy. I remember when I was in third grade. He had those same exact shoes,
Well,
like
I've
7
al-
different colors.
I've
See,
always been
Angelo,
preppy.
you're missing this. Gene's breaking another nice guy's balls for no
Yeah,
reason.
Well,
For
they-
no reason whatsoever.
Look, they don't make any noise.
He just had to
That's
walk
all he
away. He's
said
like
about-
embarrassed
the guy
about
didn't
his
shut up
shoes.
over it. He said a whole 3 stories. He
Yeah,
said.
that's a shifty.
Took over the whole podcast.
What is
That's hilarious. He said, Joe said, Gene embarrassed him so much that the guy walked away from the mic, and then Johnny's like, no, he asked 3 questions. It was time for him to walk away. It's like took up the whole podcast.
Yeah, it's getting kind of chaotic.
Yeah.
So I that's hard for me to follow, but like, and I'm also like dwelling in my head about like how I missed that I thought that Joe edited out something important, but I'm upfront about being wrong about it, but I still don't like the way he handled it, and this is getting out of hand a little bit. Like I want to see where this goes, like, because now people are talking over each other and shit like that, like, but I know they're coming up on the end. Let's see what happens.
There's literally like 1 minute
Okay.
and 34 seconds.
supposed to do?
Smarty pants. Go sit down. Over there.
I love it.
Trying to steal our thunder.
Let's close out this episode, guys. Let's close it out.
All right.
So DFX sponsored the first episode here of 3 Friends, 1 Booth.
Can't even
I
remember.
can't get that to fly out of my mouth. 3 Friends,
3
1
friends,
Booth.
1 booth. I like
3
it.
Friends, 1
You came
Booth.
up with a good little jingle.
Vito's
I like
Pizza, the sponsor here. We're right here in Ashland. We just found out that today.
Get the
not
chicken
in Cherry
parm. It's
Hill.
awesome.
Yes. And
Thank you.
what's your social media followings? Give a little plug. At
Vito-
Vito's Pizza.
Have Vito's
At the Vito's Pizza. At Vito's Pizza.
Oh my God, I
Vito's
can't wait
Pizza.
to tell you.
Vito's
Instagram.
Pizza.
Come
Yes.
down. They got great chicken parm, as you can see. And
DFX _ Sound Vision.
and mentioned and if you own a business,
I
and
do
you
like
need-
Joey says. Then come down and mention Johnny Flea, no check.
Yes, there you go.
You'll give.
Well, they'll eat if it's no check, dude. That's like
Now he comes in and says it anyway. I don't even know what series.
Yes. And I'm at the Joe Matarese. You can watch all these episodes. They're going to be on our YouTube page. They're going to be everywhere you listen to podcasts, wherever you listen to them. We are out. Episode 1 is in the can. Take it easy. See you later. See you later. Bye. Bye.
Wow, that was like really good. I mean, I really enjoyed episode 1 of 3 Friends, 1 Booth. I mean, Joe didn't do that great. Like, he was problematic here and there, but these other guys were awesome. And like, look, am I bitter a little bit, like, about that Joe picked this over late stage greatness, like, or whatever, but there's probably a million reasons why Joe didn't do late stage greatness. This is what he chose to do, and he picked 2 like entertaining guys, like, you know what I mean. I dug their stories. Like, how do you feel about it?
I really like both guys a lot, and it's like it makes me want to tune in just to kind of watch what they say and how they react to things. I feel they're honest and genuine, and they're smart.
Well, we're gonna wrap this up. This episode of MWOT, episode 47. we're gonna wrap this up. We've had some real long shows lately, and we're just gonna cut you guys a break. But I want to say that there's things on the horizon that we're going to be covering soon. We're going to cover episode 2 of this new podcast of Joe Matarese's 3 Friends, 1 Booth. And we're also going to cover Who Are These Podcasts, which covered this episode we just saw. I didn't see their coverage of it, but I saw an advertisement for it, and it looks like they clowned it. And we certainly didn't get that impression. I have some thoughts about Who Are These Podcasts. We have a little bit of history with them. When MWOT was first out, I wrote them about it because MWOT was so great, and I was like, "You're gonna love this." And they ignored me, and then they covered it. They covered Who Are These Podcasts covered the Joe vs. Steve episode on their show. And I wrote him, the guy from Who Are These Podcasts, and I was like, "Hey man, thanks for covering us. I just want to let you know." And they also said I was a plant from Red Bar, and I said I just want to dispel that. I wasn't a plant from Red Bar, but and I said, I try to reach out to you guys. I'm just trying to talk to the dude, and he keeps ignoring me. Like, I don't get it. But I know he watches the show too. Okay. So these guys watch this show, don't want to deal with it. I don't care anymore. We're going to be moving ahead and covering all this shit. Okay. So in the future, very near future, we're going to cover episode 2 of 3 Friends, 1 Booth. We're going to cover Who Are These Podcasts coverage of 3 Friends, 1 Booth, and that's going to be it. Like and I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out this long. I know you love the show. We love you guys. It's amazing what we're doing here, and we are so grateful for your support. Phil Fan, you have anything to say on the way out?
No, very, very grateful. I agree with everything you said, and we look forward to the next episode.
Thank you so much for checking out Monumental Waste of Time, episode 47. Take care.